Fuck about these niggas, they be rapping. I flash it back, but fuck out of these niggas, slap at me. We so gas and we come fucking with them bitches straight off. And give me my thing, I ain't fucking with them niggas, love. Cause I don't give a fuck about these niggas, they be rapping. I flash it back, but fuck out of these niggas, slap at me. We so gas and we come fucking with them bitches straight off. And give me my love, dog. Now I don't give a fuck, I'm in the straps, you old. You got a little instrumental with this banana bag. I'm calling making crew, standing on shit. Real slow, we hold shit, back to some bullshit, maximum stolen. Niggas get back for what happened, and no sense in action. We holding a camera shot. I'd rather play the camera guy, shoot a nigga OZ. Paint a pretty picture when it's family time. Standing line up in next up, but lose anything for the neck up. This thing just gotta check up. She get 6 up on her chest up. What's on the bottom of his vest for? I hope you pray to get protector. You finna meet them in a minute, you sure. Really start confessing before this nigga start undressing. It take top songs, it ain't too sexy. We 30 deep, this 69. Sound like Takashi on your record, nigga. I'm talking shot, nigga. Everybody packing pistols on my block, nigga. Young niggas know rock niggas and rock rentals with high pistols. He survived, that shit impossible. We pop up all at the hospital. Fuck about these niggas, they be rapping. I flash it back, like fuck out of this nigga, slap at me. We so gassy, we come fucking with them bitches straight off. And give me my thing, I ain't fucking with them nigga, love. Cause I don't give a fuck about these niggas, they be rapping. I flash it back, like fuck out of this nigga, slap at me. We so gassy, we come fucking with them bitches straight off. And give me my thing, no, tell me, do you know nigga? Crack is the problem. If you have a southern, just know I'm the one with that woman. But you blind fucker, can't nothing fuck with this same shit. I'm a info, have all tempo, get dumb as a motherfucker. I fuck with that strong dealers, gorillas, and blood suckers. The hood lovers, we do beef like fuck. What is the fuck, brother? As a young and my innocent drunk, brother. Nothing to do is overweight, so I sing in the trunk, money. I don't talk nothing, the chain of the 40. Touch some, I ain't piling and explaining the story. Joe money, be the breakfast club. Hey, get the nigga off, folks, stop and cake with no cereal. And I'ma let this bitch shot up your whole money. It's a nightmare, punches, blaze, nobody right there. When you bitch flashing in your face, get your life spared.
Shout out to that boy New Orleans. Shout out to that boy right there, man. Y'all know it's some serious talk we doing tonight, man. Serious talk. I'm gonna let y'all hear one more, and then we going to the we going to work. I had to get some shit together with the with this new shit, but we on now. We rocking.
G1 down the train. Fake straight down. It's rest in peace. Yeah. I'm the flame of the city. The flame of the city. So we speak the language of the air. I'm the flame of the city. The flame of the city. The flame of the city. Yeah, drag pins run down, only I can see it. My smile ain't no real, only my mind can see it. A city flame in a dirty world. He know, cause I need to live long in this cold world. 35 style was the wild child, birds out the whole town. Like hold on, set tripping when the X kicking. I'm working hard like a Mexican. And I'm ready to be alone right now. But every girl in my home won't be out. Rock with me, I'll be on loud. We stop phone, $200 cologne. Like street jumps, yeah. And when you call on me, I'll be there.
feel good, 'cause I'm in there. That's the same of the city.
I'm the same of the city. Yeah. The same of the city. So we speak the language of the air. I'm the same of the city. Same of the city. Same of the city. Yeah, I still run around like I'm young and crazy. I can never change,
'Cause I'm the flame.
feel the burn and the pain and the curve and the fast lane.
All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. If you're a lieutenant or better on the Patreon, you do have the call-in number. Y'all know we doing this shit a little bit different tonight. Bobby done showed me how to do this shit the right way. So y'all will be getting y'all video tonight, just like this here. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Quiet. Okay. There you go. And then why this? Why this, y'all? You got that logo up top. Look at this right here. Look at that shit, y'all. Look at that. We on the screen now. We finna change the whole live shit up. I told y'all, Bobby with that shit, man. Bobby getting us right, dog. Real talk. Bobby getting us right. So now, when we go live and shit, I ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, put that shit on the camera no more. I can just show y'all like this. All right, we got a lot of people coming in tonight. Obviously, let me get this off the screen. All right, Bobby. You know what it is, man. We got a lot of shit on the table. Obviously, we had a crazy day yesterday. Ironically, the day before we do this. If you new, this is Bobby Boumani. If you want to go check what he got going on out, all you have to do is type that name that you see on your screen, type that into YouTube, and it'll take you right where you need to go. I suggest personally that you go and watch that Pure Power playlist as soon as possible. I'm speaking from experience. I suggest you go watch that as soon as possible. Bobby, just take us into what's going on, man, for the people who may not understand.
Well, I mean, things just changed on us. You know, our world officially changed. Seen last night, and there's so much propaganda, so much BS going on and distracting us and throwing us off. It's kind of hard to break down what happened yesterday. So I think what we should take this moment to do, because we've been played. All of us have been played. So what I think we should do now that we're no longer attached to Donald Trump, you can't hate him because he's gone, he's leaving. You can't love him because he's gone, he's leaving. We should go back and kind of look at what it was he was fighting against, even if he was controlled opposition, and kind of see, okay, look, this is who actually came after him, and this is what they're trying to do, because they're telling us what they're trying to do. So when we look at what happened last night, that could have been, you know, insiders, that could have been Antifa, that could have been those could have been Democrats who stormed into that building. We don't know who those people were. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying there's an agenda and a plan that is being acted out on us. We now know it. We know that the vaccines are coming. You know, we know they're mandatory. So I say we take the time to get rid of all our hate for Trump or our love for Trump or whatever it is, and just say, what are we as a people going to do? Let's look at this objectively and see where the hell we need to go next.
All right. When you speak about the agenda that he was trying to expose, what agenda was that? What agenda are you speaking of?
So it's the Great Reset, but we're not sure if he was really trying to expose it. Like, as far as it looks now, it looks like he was in on it. You know, he basically helped the Republicans take their guard down because they trusted him to basically make our country self-sustaining again. The way the Great Reset works is they're going to implode all of our economies and force us into this new world, into their new order. So what he was doing was he brought back industries like me. I work for Toyota. I lost my job at Toyota because they sent that job down to Mexico. That was the NAFTA deal. He negotiated that deal, and he brought those jobs back. You know, he's been doing things to bring back our industry. He's been doing things to make us independent. We're not buying oil from the Middle East. We're buying it right here from home. So he was putting us in a position where when this entire economy collapses, we would still be able to survive, and then the rest of the world would have to follow us because we would be the richest nation. Like, if you look at China, they're dying right now. But it looks like he was just giving us hopes and dreams that he was going to do that, but he never had any intentions to really go that far. So now we're in a position where the Great Reset is here. There's nothing we can do to deny that. You know, we'll watch some videos later, but it's now, what the hell are we going to do as a people? You know, I have a plan. I came up with a plan, but I want you guys to tell me if my plan's wrong, if my plan's off, what should we do? Like, let's brainstorm as a community. Let's brainstorm as Big Facts Podcast. You know, let's talk together. Let's figure it out. I came up with a plan of what we should do. I don't know what it is. Let's figure it out.
All right, caller, go ahead.
No, I really do. This Chris from Tennessee, man, it's been a while since I called in, but no, I do like what he has to say, because that's like what I know about what Bobby's saying is that has to do with like the globalists and how they want to form a one world government. I do like what he's saying, but the one thing I was gonna say, and I'm gonna let you get back to the show, was the weird thing about last night was, and this has historical significance, is during the Civil War, they said the Confederate flag never even reached Washington, D.C., and for the first time ever, the protesters actually stormed in there and was waving a rebel flag in the Capitol building, which was like really odd to me, but it has historical significance because of that.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, that was crazy. I appreciate that call.
It's crazy, but one last thing though, Big Holmes.
Okay.
So crazy about that to me is, if it was Trump supporters, if it was Antifa, that's something of its own. But this is what's crazy. If it was really Trump supporters that did that, they really sound retarded, because that Confederate flag is a symbol. It's an anti-American symbol.
It is.
You know what I'm
saying?
Like, the Confederacy seceded from America. They didn't agree with America. So if you're saying you pro-American and you pro-Trump and all this, then why are you waving a Confederate flag? You obviously not.
That's some real shit. I never thought of that. You were exactly right. You're exactly right.
It's fact that I'm a white boy.
Yeah.
Most people think in this divided nation, like, oh, white boys fuck with that. No, that ain't selling heritage. That ain't nothing. That's a symbol of being a rebel, being against America, and it's a symbol of oppression.
That's
so
real
they look
shit.
stupid.
Real shit. That's real shit. I appreciate that, Chris. Let me get this next call. All right. Big Facts Podcast. We are live with Bobby Boumani. Big Facts Podcast.
Hello?
Go ahead, caller.
Yo, so with all due respect, I love what Bobby's saying about the long-term plan, but what about now? Like Trump doesn't get out of office until the 20th. Like, this could just be the start of some whole other shit that he got going on. If you really think about it, like.
Yeah. But see, personally, that's what I want us to do. is I want us to be able to analyze this as it unfolds. I don't want us to make any snap decisions. Oh, it's Trump, so this is going to happen, or it's not Trump, or we're watching as it unfolds. But what we're watching right now is we have to be smart because we're in a position where Operation Warp Speed is here. You know what I mean? What the Chinese government is doing right now to implode our economies and bring us into this great reset, it's here. So we don't have much room for error. So that's why I say I think us as black men and just us as men in general, we got to figure out what the fuck is we got to do to win this battle. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily want to say that I understand the battle 100%, but I know together we can decode and decipher this. And boom.
I definitely feel that. But also, what I'm saying is we gotta be ready for anything right now because the way that they're not playing fair at all. You know what I'm saying? They just, it's really like he may not want to leave office. But like, who knows what he might do on his way out?
So we'll see. But I mean, what does that? That doesn't help us in any way. You know what I mean? And that's why I believe Trump is in on this, and I hate saying that because I don't want to soil his name if he's not. But the reason why I believe he's in on this is because while we're focused on them, all the plans are moving forward. You know what I mean? While he was in office, these illegal vaccines became legal. While he was in office, we spent what $4 trillion in like 3 months. We're up to like $7 trillion. Our money is going to be worth nothing pretty soon. They're imploding the economy, and he was in office while it happened. The Democrats and Republicans are working together. We're just trying to figure out who's with them, who's helping us, and who's against us. And we thought he was with us, and we were trying to figure out, like, hey, is he fighting him or not? And now it looks like, no, he's in on it too. It's just us, y'all. It's just us.
Yeah.
That's heavy, caller. Make sure you call back in. Watch the conversation. All right. And I think that what needs to, and this is me speaking as someone who doesn't really understand politics heavily. Shout out to that boy Larry Solid Jr. I appreciate that love. Big homie said, "Fuck that $5 challenge. We doubling nothing." Shout out to that boy Naeem Edwards. I've been seeing Naeem for a little minute now. Naeem, you becoming a regular. Naeem said yesterday was a dress rehearsal for the real thing. Yesterday was a dress rehearsal for the real thing. That was real heavy right there, Naeem. Caller, you on live with?
Can I respond to that? This is where I come from. I'm trying to bring wisdom to us. You know what I mean? Like we can do 1,000 different things, but say for example, we go to war. What will it bring us if, okay, right now we're divided upon race and color lines. If me as a black man, if I go to war with white people, they don't have control over what's coming. So that doesn't win me anything. If I'm a Republican and I go to war with the Democrats, they don't have control over anything. It's bigger than them. It's a global agenda. Who are we to go to war with? If we can't identify the target, war is pointless. War is just saying, hey, you're not taking my freedom. I'm gonna die first. That's all war is gonna be. So I'm trying to say, yes, we want to fight these people, but we want to identify them. And I know how to identify them. It's by drawing a line in the sand. If we can't draw the line in the sand and create a clear divide between us and them, there's no other way to see them. But we see them right now. And like I said, I got some plans. We'll talk about it. But we've got to be strategic, you guys. We are really in trouble. I'm not afraid, and I don't want to convey that, but this is real.
If you and that's, let me get to the caller because I don't want to go too heavy. Caller, you on live with Bobby Boumani?
Yes, sir. Salute, big home. Salute, Bobby. I got an idea. It's just speculation at this point. I don't have anything to prove it. But personally, I don't think Trump is going to leave office by the 20th. I think he's going to sit there and say, I ain't going no fucking where. And then we're going to see what's really going on. I don't think that he's just going to willingly get up out that seat. Like I said, it's just speculation. I don't have nothing to prove that. But what happened yesterday, kind of seemed like a test run to me. Like he know that on call he could get a group of wild motherfuckers to come up there and act up and cause a little confusion. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. I want to ask this right fast. Cause y'all know I'm still shout out to the olive leaf extract. It's really been helping me through this cold these last little seasons. Dog, why? I don't want to sound stupid here, but they didn't storm the White House. They stormed the Capitol. Yeah. Okay, so why weren't they shot down?
They were. One lady was killed. You know what I mean? But
I'm saying as they're running towards it, like why ain't they shot down as they running towards it? Like was it any? Did people know that they were gonna run in, or like was it like what was it?
Because of everything that happened with BLM and George Floyd, a police officer can't just assess a threat and say, hey, this is a threat. I need to take it down now. He can't do that anymore. He has to allow the threat to actually show it's a threat by attacking. They can't just take people down anymore.
So what if they tried that at the White House? Would they be shot down then?
Yeah, but that would be Secret Service. And it really wouldn't be the White House because people do it all the time, jump the gates. But if you attack the president, oh yeah, you dead on sight. That's a Secret Service. But as far as different parts of law enforcement, I can't say, you guys. I won't go into the whole Trump has this mega plan. I hope he do, and I hope something comes out of this. But I'm a grown ass man, and this is what I've been trying to talk about since day one. Is that it's not about him. It's about us. You know, that's why when I talk to you about the plan, it's like you have to be an informed citizen, and every single office has to be covered. In my city, my mayor, if after 2 years my mayor is voting on BS that is destroying my city and my nation, it's my responsibility to vote that person out. And we all have to take that responsibility and start understanding who we're voting for. And some of us need to start getting in these positions of power so that we can vote for you. But like I said, I've put together a plan for that. But that's the only way to win it right now. Only other way is this: is we say, look, man, do what you're gonna do, man. I'm telling you where I'm going. I'm telling you, I'm not going with it. Let's have fun. It is what it is.
And that right there is not easy. And like I said, a lot of y'all just in the comments don't understand what bloodshed is, what pain is, and you're not ready for that step. We can't even do the small things that don't take no broken bones or putting on a tourniquet. We y'all can't even handle the small shit. So y'all are not ready for war. Bobby, what I want to do is I want you to answer a direct question right here. Do you feel like those people yesterday were heroes or were they villains? Let's just get it out in the open. Do you feel like they were heroes or were they villains? Are they doing something that should have been done, or are they doing something that shows some bullshit?
All right, I see. Okay, I can't. Okay. Because I got to hold us all responsible. We got to be responsible as Americans and control this government. I'm going to call them courageous men and women that chose to stand up for what they felt was right. And we got a video. We can watch that video of the ballots being pulled from underneath the desk. So we know that that stuff went on during this election. And we know that Texas, that case that Texas brought up before the Supreme Court, they had no reason to throw it out. They had to at least hear it and at least rule it, right or wrong. They just threw it out. We know something's going on. We see people being blackmailed, being beat up, being bullied. We know something's wrong. So they stood up for that. They stood up. Hey, we're losing our nation. You know what I mean? So I understand 100% why they stood up. But as far as the people breaking into the Capitol building, they were just deceived people. Because like I said, Trump had us believing that he signed an executive order, which he did, but he signed an executive order in 2018 saying 45 days after the election, if he's going to have the CIA director has to tell him if there's any interference, and if so, he has special powers to take the Dominion voting machines. He doesn't need the courts. You know, he was acting like he was about to come in as a savior. So that's what they were standing up for. They said they thought he had a plan. They weren't just going out there to fight and to destroy the government. They thought Trump had a plan to prove these people cheated and to prove that we don't want to go down this road with the Great Reset. But like I said, I believe he was in on it. So they were just deceived, man. They were just fighting, trying to say, hey, look, we don't want to give our country to China. We don't want to lose our nation. We don't want to lose free speech and the Second Amendment. So if you guys hate them, don't, man. We're all twisted right now. So many lies, man. That's why my goal is to try to get us on the same page. But
yeah,
we all confused as hell right now.
Exactly. It is very confusing. But what I want to, so when you have a whole bunch of shit going on, the best thing to do is let's take it down. Hey, quiet down. Shout out to Sean, man, you knew damn well I won't be able to pronounce your name, man, with all them damn letters like that, man. Shout out that boy Siobhan Jones. Show love, though. I appreciate that love, Mr. Jones. That love. Shout out to that boy Ricky, always showing love. Hold on, caller. Ricky always showing love. Said fuck that $5 shall be double another. Turn your mic down. He said $10 for the show. That's love, be home. Caller, you're on with Bobby Boumani. What's going on?
Hey, man, what's going on with you, Ayo? What's up, Bob?
Man, we working, man. We working. What's going on?
That's what's up. Hey, bro, am I wrong for thinking that this shit is just white folk business and we need to mind our own damn business and worry about ourselves?
Oh, shit.
If you got a way for us to do that, you know what I mean? Just real quick, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter was about us fighting back against white folks. So if they got that much power, we got to do something.
I mean, yeah. I feel like we got to do something when they come fucking with us. But this right here, this is some shit white folks is doing to other white folks. And this right here show you what the business is for real. Because when it was us out there in them streets when they did that to our brother, when they did that to George Floyd, man, we wasn't doing half the shit that they was doing. We was out there just marching and, protesting and trying to get our voice heard. Man, they was out there, they was out there beating niggas the fuck up, shooting niggas. Yeah. You know what I mean? They was going in on us. I'm talking about motherfucking riot gear, mace, goddamn dogs. All I'm asking was, where was all that shit with them? That right there let you know. Them dogs and pepper spray and all that aggressive shit, that's for you, black man. That's for you. That's for your little nigga ass. You feel what I'm saying? That's how the white folks are looking at it.
Now that,
you use that for you.
Now see that. Now look, I'm gonna say what you said your name was, caller.
My name is Malcolm. I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
What's your name on the Patreon?
My name on the Patreon should just be Malcolm.
Okay.
Name.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, my nigga. I feel that. At the little bit of shit that I did see, I seen a fucking police officer running up the steps backwards on the goddamn intercom. Whoa. And I ain't gonna lie, my nigga. Yeah, I can. You ain't saying nothing wrong. Even though I do want to get past the race shit because, Bob, and I don't want to undermine what pure power is and moving with no fear. But hold on. But I'm saying it's scary. It's scary to know that you've been dead on with everything that you're saying. And there is a government moving up on, it's like an undercurrent doing its own thing while we up here. And I just want us to be abreast of what's going on and what needs to be done, because as these steps, like I said, I feel like what I want to do right here, because caller, you do have a point. But I also believe that if we are going to get any real change, we have to get that white-black line taken the fuck out. We have to get that white-black, and I'm just being real honest, that white-black shit, we're going to have to move that. If we look at what the real problem is, if anybody's here that knows about the real problem, then you understand that it's in those people, the evil people's best interest to keep us fighting for differences. It's the exaggerated, amplified version of Willie Lynch. You understand? Big nigga, small nigga, fat nigga, skinny nigga, light skinned nigga, dark skinned nigga, black man, black woman. You know what I'm saying? And that was on a small scale. Willie Lynch said, you do this and you will have their mind for at least 200 years or some shit like that. But on a master scale, you tell everyone on the planet that Russia has nothing in common with Syria, or the Chinese have nothing in common with the fucking the Mandarin, the Mexicans have nothing in common with the Cuban. Hold on.
Facts.
No, I'm sorry. Somebody hit it. But and so in real life, when you look how these rich people are living, they depend on the dissension and separation and the quarreling of us. Because as long as we're quarreling and see that white man and that rebel flag and say, oh, hell no, my nigga. As long as we'll do that, we'll never get where we need to go. And I'm being truly honest. If we can't see as a human race, y'all listen to what I'm saying, as a human race, all of us are susceptible to cancer. All of us are susceptible to AIDS. There is no human being here. And like I said, I think this is understood very well in combat. In Vietnam, when them racist white boys had to Hey, shut it up. When them racist white boys had to go to war with them, and they saw the making of a black man, and he has heart too. That's why the black man came back like, whoa, what the fuck, my nigga? I was just over there shedding blood with you. Because we see that when that 7.62 bullet ripped through the face, right up under that first layer of skin, it's all white. It's all white. It's white right there. You don't have no color. That pigmentation is gone. Or when you step on an IED, you know what I'm saying? It's all, you need the same thing that he need. There's not a separate fucking tourniquet you put on the white man or the fucking interpreter or the fucking black man. It's all the same thing. You have to stop the bleeding. And as long as we keep looking at it like, nah, my nigga, that nigga got on. Dog, we have to see the undercurrent, the people who profit off of us continuously fighting, that the ones that give us shit to stand on different sides about. I'm Republican, I'm Democrat, I'm a Southerner, I'm a Northerner. The people that profit off of us continuously clashing and not looking at them, as long as I'm looking at this nigga in this rubber flag, I can't see that white man over there in the business suit. Look like he 100 years old. I'm not looking at him. And the day that we actually look at that white devil, because we're all broke. And you know, if you've been locked up, and this is what I'm telling you right now is culture talk from someone who's been in those places. I remember being in the holding cell at Metro, and just me being ignorant, being in the holding cell at Metro, and this is when the Secret Service came and shit. And I'm sitting down and he's talking about his auto shop and shit like that. And he was talking about loans, and because I'm asking him about loans, you know what I'm saying? Loans and the deed for the shop and shit like that. And he started talking about how his people, he was talking about how his like family members and niggas around his hood or his neighborhood, they were hating on him. He said it in a different way, but he said they were hating on him. And I remember being so surprised, like, white folks hate on white folks? Like, they got haters in the white people be hating on each other too? You know what I'm saying? Because I really thought that was just something that we did. And so when you get in these places where you have to be around these people, you realize the similarities. And yes, by no means we ain't gonna act like the fuck white privilege is not real. That's 100%. It's just like that. Like, a white person, even if he got all the tattoos, he can shave his face and cover up the tattoos and he'll get white privilege, meaning he'll be able to walk around with a holster on his hip and nobody look around. They'll look at him like law enforcement. But when I do it, everybody start clenching shit. That's white privilege. It's very simple. But after that right there, they go through the same shit. You learn that when you go to treatment and they're suffering on opiate withdrawals just like you. So that's why I watch the white people when I'm trying to get out the pill shit. I watch them and they had tricks of the trade. They knew about that shit. They were going through the same shit. There is somebody that is getting a lot of money by us not identifying them. Some people will call it the reptiles and shit like that. I don't care if it's just maybe they said they reptiles because of how long they live, because they're the ones getting Kanika Jenkins and all these other young black people killed so they can harvest their organs. And that's the eternal life and shit. Like that, these people, they cannot allow us to see them for who they are, allow us to see what they're fucking doing. Like right up under our nose, everybody's wearing a fucking mask. Like you see motherfuckers, and it's like, what a fucking idiot. You're wearing a mask. Like, that's not gonna save you from what they said this shit was. Once again, we still don't know nobody who has the corona. I just got sick. It was not fucking coronavirus. It was a chest cold. Motherfucker don't believe, but the motherfucker won't let me in the urgent care. But as soon as you go somewhere, we had a little scare over here during Thanksgiving time. The doctor said my mama had corona. She had no symptoms, no nothing. So everybody had to quarantine and shit like that. The kids ain't go to school. Baby mama called the doctor, try to set up the appointment. She said, my daughter's been around somebody who tested positive for corona. The doctor said, yeah, just stay out of school for 14 days. That don't sound like no serious, delirious ass shit. That sound like some, just let this shit work out your system. That don't sound like code three. Goddamn, we got a fucking AIDS patient in this bitch. This motherfucker got the rage virus. No, that shit sound like some normal ass shit. So we're being lied to.
But hey, let me drop this on you real quick though, because I always respect how deep you are, but you know, like I know a lot of niggas, even white people, they ain't as deep as you are. They look at shit on face value. These white folks look at, I can do X, Y, and Z to these black people, and I can get away with it with little to no consequences, or I can go do what I want and get away with it with little to no consequences. And a black man, he knows I can't do a damn thing without getting consequences put on it.
Yes.
I can't get out here and go defend myself and bust this white boy head without getting, you know what I mean?
Understood. And listen,
you know, without getting 50 years.
Yes.
All I'm saying is we gotta get away from that. We gotta get to the point where it's like, man, you know what? I don't even give a fuck about if I get 50 years no more. I'm finna crack this white boy head if he come fucking with me. That's where that's where we need to get to.
Hey, but listen.
All I'm looking at this is, man, white folks are doing shit to white folks, and we need to just.
But it's not that simple. But listen, Malcolm, it's not that simple. It's not that simple, because what we can't forget is that and that's what I don't like being at the child's table. We're all grown American men. So if they're up that bitch, if they up that bitch fighting about some fucking shit that was broke in our Constitution, which we're about to see clear as day, that the Constitution was motherfucking broken. And that's why I say, are they villains or fucking heroes? Because if the Constitution is broken, if you can bend this motherfucker right in our face, what's to say you can't put us back in slavery? How is this not a slippery slope? What we're about to watch is evidence of the Constitution, our constitutional rights being forwarded. They threw them to the side because I don't give a fuck about no Trump, no Pence, no motherfucking Kamala Harris. Fuck the motherfuckers. Fuck the talking head motherfucker. They just goddamn broke the fucking rules. The rules was broken. And more than that, our issue is that's the small everyday fight. Busting a white man head is the small everyday fight. The smaller fight is busting a nigga down the street head because that nigga goddamn playing around. But on the big scale, the big fucking problem is going on over there. We don't even know. I know me, I didn't know about this footage I'm about to show y'all. These motherfuckers cheated. They cheated in the election. And motherfuckers know it. Not to mention, if they get this one piece in, they'll have a, what is it called, Bobby? The one party?
Majority.
What is it?
A super majority where they can vote in any law they want.
See there? While we over here talking about that white man and motherfucking, and that's the smart, that's finna be maximized if all this shit go on like this. Dog, to be honest, the reason why this shit is important is because we not ready for war. I had a nigga tell me, hey man, the white folk don't want it, man. Shit, you know, the white folks, shit, we put our mind together, bro. Shit, they ain't ready for us. My nigga, y'all better be lucky it's Thursday, because if it was another day, I'd be putting up videos so y'all can see exactly how fucking focused we is. We real focused when it come to hurting, killing, and destroying our own. But you need to look at the hesitation. The hesitation that comes from a nigga defending himself against a white person. As soon as wartime came, we would have so much fucking friendly fire that the women and children would just have to go up there with their hands up like, please don't kill us. We surrender. Motherfuckers ain't never been to no goddamn war. They've never been shot. They've never been uncomfortable. You've never went a day without eating. You've never been had to move for days without shoes and socks. So war is not an option because we're not prepared for it. All day long.
Let me ask you this too real quick, and I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But let me ask you this. Have black people ever really been pressed? Like, I mean, like, have some groups of white people really went to where some grown black men be at and really press them niggas like, nigga, it's getting ready to go down, me versus you. I've never seen no shit like that happen.
Hold on, say it again. Hold on. Give me an example again.
Okay. Have we ever seen? Okay, like have you seen situations where like groups of white dudes might go into a black neighborhood with their firearms, trying to exercise their right to open carry, shit like that? Yeah. Right. Now you will see some shit like that, whatever. Y'all was just trying to show that y'all are law-abiding, whatever. Even with that, I've seen niggas get them up off the block with the quickness like, hey, my nigga, y'all got the wrong with that. Nigga, this is our nigga.
Yo, and there it is. We're taking, we're taking these little instances where the law is still in place, meaning that you're still protected by the law. That's the invisible net around everybody. And the white boys is still holding back. We know for sure that them white folks is way more prone to some evil shit than we are. We not about skinning no nigga alive. We not about putting no nigga legs in acid. And the few of us that may be on that level, we outcast them. We have nowhere for them in the black community. When it comes down to it, we are not prepared. We look at our children and we see what our children are doing compared to what their children are doing. I've seen a 9-year-old shoot a 40, I'm so sorry, a 50 cal accurately. Hold 1 second, caller. Big Facts Podcast, we on Bobby Boo Money. Who is this?
This Jersey calling back, man. You had me on hold for like a good 20 minutes.
Oh shit, okay, come on with it. Come on with it.
All right, so look, check it out, man. We talking about Washington, D.C. here. We're talking about one of the safest, most surveillance places in the fucking country. This government officials all do this bitch all day, every day.
Uh-huh.
So don't tell me that they don't see a crowd of motherfuckers approaching one of these buildings.
No. We off that. We understand that. We understand that. Like they handled them with kid gloves. What we're gonna have to stop doing is stating the obvious. We understand, as I said before, white privilege is real. When you see white men moving, white men and white women moving towards you in a hostile manner, you're gonna think a lot more than you would if you saw a mob of black men, because nobody would fault you for shooting a mob of black men. But the whole world is going to take pause if you shoot a mob of white folks. We understand that. That's understood. We understand that there's a racial divide. We understand that's, once again, that's small. We've been there already. What I'm talking about is what in the fuck, and like I said, I wish that they would start this mandatory vaccine tomorrow, because I want to see, we're not going to be able to talk about, oh, look how they treating the white people when it's our turn to get that vaccine. We're going to have to stand on our own too and say, I'm not taking it. You're not going to be able to say, oh, well, did he take his? I ain't going to take my...
No, niggas ain't going to do that. Niggas talking that shit, but when they talking about taking certain things away, niggas is gonna be taking that shit.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. The white man is not the problem. You were right when you said that. The problem is us. When you said that we need to, it's about, yeah, that's white folk business. Yeah, let that be white folk business, and let's focus on us and get us ready for what's coming. We're looking at all of these moves that they're doing, and these motherfuckers are getting so sloppy that they have to have something behind the curtain. Shut it up. They have to have something behind the curtain because they're getting too fucking arrogant. They wouldn't be moving like that if they like, man, fuck, these motherfuckers don't even know what we got coming. They got a vaccine on the line. We storming the White House because these motherfuckers cheating on the ballots. We don't know what these bitches got going on. The dollar don't even mean nothing no more. We don't know a goddamn thing about the goddamn the national debt. We don't care about it. Only thing that we worried about is if we getting $600 or $1,200 or $2,000, man. That's all we care about. We don't give a goddamn about no fucking debt. We will take a stack of money over a bag of flour or cornmeal in times where the money means nothing. And it'll be a fucking famine. And we'll be out this bitch spreading the goddamn dollars up our arms. What the fuck going on, man? We have to fix our mind first, and this is why I'm asking y'all to go to the Pure Power playlist on Bobby Boo Money's channel. It has to be mental first. It has to be mental first, because at this point, with us still playing these white-black games, we're not getting nowhere. We have a fucking storm on the way, and we're not prepared for it. And you know, for everybody out there who has children, you know how this shit happens. Like, you know, you scolding this child and not the child talking about some, oh, well, she did it too. That doesn't change the fact that you did it. We have to get our shit in line. We can't be pointing at other people. What are we like? What are we like? Are we ready for what's going on? Do we see what's going on? Are we all on one page? Before we can start talking about any of that shit, are we good over here? Are we ready for whatever's coming? Hell no, we ain't. We still playing around, and how much debt do we have? How close are we to another motherfucking country just scooping right the fuck in? You see the signs are showing us that there's some bullshit going on, whether it be Bill Gates and the vaccine, or we don't know what side Trump is on. It's something going on, and we don't give a fuck enough about it. So like I said, when we start talking about the white man and that racism shit, like, dog, I don't give a fuck about a motherfucker being racist. That's what I'm saying about Trump. Yeah. Give a fuck. What does it matter if he racist? Your boss at work is racist.
Right.
Everybody you work with is fucking racist. If you have a good job, you know that your fucking coworkers are racist. Period, point blank. If you have a good job, you know that somebody high up in your business and the people around you don't enjoy black people's presence. And they can show it proudly, and you better not say nothing. So what the fuck are you talking about with this nigga being racist when he's the only one that we've ever seen tangibles from? But fuck the president. Let's get our shit together. The Constitution was violated, and something needed to happen. And that's why I can say I gotta goddamn salute them motherfuckers. Just from the act of it. My nigga Nicky D, I don't know if I sent him an invite, the nigga from Sleepers for the Rich Gun Club. I love seeing motherfuckers move on something, because we do so much talking. And like I said, I can speak whatever like that, but when it's time to make these type of moves, I follow the lead of a Bobby Boumani, of a Nicky D, of a Grandmaster J, who the feds took down, and we need to look into that. Because obviously they know more than I do about it. I know how to follow, but something has to happen. I don't mind being a foot soldier as long as we moving on something. Them motherfuckers saw something was wrong and they moved on it. Y'all remember in the movie Juice? In the movie Juice, when Q and Tupac got into it, when Blizzard had got killed after robbing that place, whatever like that, Tupac was like, at least that nigga was ready to go out about something. Fuck if them motherfuckers had rubber flags. Them niggas saw it was something wrong and they moved on it. They ain't do no peaceful fucking protest. Somebody hands up, don't shoot. Them motherfuckers moved. Them motherfuckers acted and died about something. I can't judge that. Them motherfuckers had something on their mind and they did it. We got motherfucking rappers and all kind of niggas naming themselves Osama, the Taliban, Bin Laden and shit like that. You respect the terrorists because they went with their moves. How the fuck you can't respect these motherfuckers? Motherfuckers moved on something, man. We not finna, they showed you how to protest correctly. If we're gonna protest, we're gonna shed blood. You not gonna take over the country willy-nilly. Like that was that Boston Tea Party shit all over again. Like, nah, fuck that, nigga. We moving on something. How retarded do we sound protesting to the same people that's oppressing us, telling them to stop oppressing us? How the fuck does that make sense? They didn't waste their time. They rushed that bitch. They rushed that bitch. And that act right there, I have to salute it. I have to, because it take heart to do it. And it's more than I've seen from us. I'm gonna be honest. Every time some bullshit happened to us, we go out here with these fucking signs. I can't even watch that shit.
All niggas do is loot. That's all niggas.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. See that? Exactly right. See what Jersey said? We go out there, bitch, and loot. We like it when a nigga get killed by the police for real, because we get a chance to go out here and take our pictures, period, out this motherfucker. Taking pictures and photo ops and niggas out there, bitch, promoting they goddamn album and shit. Nigga know, oh, what street they coming down? Ooh, I hope they come down Bourbon. I'm finna goddamn get them new goddamn. You know they got plenty of shit in the back, bro. I know how to get in there, bitch. Every time you see a motherfucker, a nigga get shot, a nigga go to jail 2 days later for trying to rob a damn ATM.
be already scoping what stores they gonna go in the night.
Come on. Nigga don't give a fuck about no nigga dying, man. By no police. And that's why we at the kiddie table. Why the adults talk. They over there talking about, hey, we finna rush this bitch at 12 o'clock. Them motherfuckers had a plan. And they acted on that shit. The only plan we make up is, nigga, tell your uncle to bring his truck around this bitch. We gonna get pulled the ATM out this bitch. I swear to God, we'll get this bitch open for the goddamn GPS. Hit this motherfucker. I know how to do that shit, bro. That's the only plan we make. These motherfuckers went in that motherfucker ready to die. Big fat podcast. You on with Bobby Boo Minor? Who this?
What's up, man? This Ricky.
What going on, Ricky? Tell me. Oh, Ricky, what up, boy?
Good show, man. Good show. I just got a quick question for Bobby.
Okay.
So first of all, man, like, I mean, it's pretty blatantly obvious the way, like, the media, you know, how they cover things. It's so, you know, one-sided. And, you know, they say if you want to keep something from somebody, pretty much put it in the book. In this case, I feel like it's, you know, Drudge Report. You got to read it. Is there any alternative media that just give us, like, facts that's straight down the line, that's not leaning towards one political agenda?
No, there's really no such thing as that. Everybody has a political leaning. What your job to do is to find the facts in their information, and we all have to do that. But there are people that are a little less biased because of how biased the left is right now on YouTube, who you can find, but you just gotta look for the facts yourself, man. Everybody is either right wing or left wing, Democrat or Republican. Everybody is. I don't know how we all got caught up in this political game like this, but yeah, we're so divided that everybody has their own bias when it comes to distributing this information.
Yes, sir. And see, the thing too is, like, you know, you can read what's going on, you know, with your local politics. You know, unless you're, you know, watching like a committee on C-SPAN, like, who really has time for that? You know what I mean? And, you know, to everybody out there listening, if you work a legitimate 9-to-5 job, your taxes are paying into the system, so it is everybody's problem. And like big homie AO said, you know, we got to get past that color line, because if you work a 9-to-5 job, that's where our taxes are going to. We're all paying these, you know, people to represent us. You know?
See this. All right, so you hit the nail on the head. Two people just said Epoch News and NTD News. Those are two good news stations, but they are conservative stations. But see, that's the thing. Okay, we're focusing on the wrong thing right now. What we have to focus on is how to use our power. Now, we can only do that if we break the color lines, but it's okay to be racist. And I'll show you exactly why as I explain how we need to take back our nation. It starts from the top down. It starts with the president. You have the executive. Then you have the legislative, which is the Congress and Senate. Then you have the judicial. Then it goes smaller. You have the same exact positions. At the top, you have the president, Congress, Senate, and then the judges. When you go down to the next level, it's the same exact thing, just smaller. You have the governor. You have the state legislator, which is basically the same as the Congress. The governor's the president. And then you have the state Supreme Court. Then it goes down either smaller to your city, where you have the mayor, who is basically the president of your city. Then you have the city council, who is your Congress. And then you have your local courts. You know, we all been to court before. So anyway, the only way to get control of this without extreme bloodshed, you guys, is to take back control of your local, of all parts of government, but starting with the local pieces of government, which is your mayor and city council. So what I propose we do is we come together, we create either a website or just some type of YouTube page, or just some type of list where you can say, for example, it's my state. I can click North Dakota, I can click my city, and it'll tell me exactly who my mayor is, and it'll break down in layman's terms everything my mayor has passed, every law or ordinance my mayor has passed over the last 4 years, and it'll break it down in layman's terms. It's not in the bill. It'll say, hey, they passed the bill to spend $2,000 on a homeless shelter, $7,000 on this, but have these stats available and easy to access for us, so that we can easily say, hey, over the last 4 years, man, this mayor has been voting on this, and this. Man, we got to get this person out. this governor has been voting on this, this, and this. We need to get them out. We have to take responsibility for the people in office, and we also have to step up and run for office. But the only way to do this by the books is for us to take responsibility for the people in office and get the bad ones out. We can recall them. We can sign petitions. It's not that hard to get these people out. We just have to pay attention and create some type of system where it's easy for us to know who's doing what so we can get them out. But other than that, it's going to come to, like Fact said, they're going to try to force that shot on you, and you're going to have to stand up on your own too. And we're going to be divided. And a lot of us, like people like me, I'll probably get, utterly destroyed. And then you guys will see the example, and you guys will say, I'm not rising up. You seen what they did to Bobby.
Yeah.
So that's why I want us to come together now before you guys see something like that and lose your heart.
That's a big problem of ours. Carl, I'm gonna let you get the last word, but that's a big problem of ours is we'll wait to the last minute. Me myself included. I know that I'll hit the snooze button 1,000,000 times. It don't have to get that bad. Caller, hold 1 second, caller, because this person been trying to get on heavy. Man, who is this?
It's Mo.
Mo?
Yeah, I'm Mo Millie on the Patreon.
All right, you've been calling back to back. Hold on the line. He must got a heavy message. All right, go ahead, caller. You got the last word.
Yeah, Mr. Bobby. So yeah, what you're saying is, we pretty much take it. We hold our people accountable at the, at our local level. Like I get that, but wouldn't it take like judges to, really enforce the Constitution?
Yeah.
Because doesn't that put the power back in the individual states, right?
Absolutely.
Hold on, say it again. What he said?
Basically, he's saying that the judges have power in the situation too, but the judges are reactive. Our politicians, and it was made this way, our city council and mayor and our governor and state legislators, they're active, meaning they have to do what we tell them to do. And the way we have our leverage is we say, if you guys don't do this, we vote you out. So if you want a career in politics, you need to get with the program. Now, the way the judges work are, if they write a law that's unconstitutional, then the judges come in and say, hey, that law is unconstitutional. It can't go through. So it's not about the judges just yet, even though Trump put a lot of conservative judges in. But we got to take those positions too. Like, there's no easy way to do this. There's a quick way to do this, which is everybody watch Pure Power, get in that frequency where you're like, okay, just let's live. I love my life. Life is good. And then help us make a set program to take over our local politics. But the long story is we have to actually enter politics. Like, it's 350 million. So not all of us are going to enter, but we need a lot more people saying, okay, look, I'm going to take this position, you guys. You guys can trust me. When you give me the position of governor, I'm not going to sell out. When you give me the position of mayor, I'm not going to sell out. I'm not going to.
And that's Carl, I appreciate you calling. Call later on. We're gonna be here for a while.
All right, man. Good show.
All right, look. The thing about that is, I think that from what you're saying and from what I've seen, it seemed like the politic game is just like the motherfucking rap game. You come in one way, like, yeah, I'm for the people, I'm from the street, my nigga, I ain't never gonna change, and then you turn into Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? It's just a way of the beast. Hold 1 second, caller. Big Facts Podcast, who this?
Oh, yes, this is Greg from South Florida.
All right, Greg, hold on, because I'm waiting on the caller. I'm looking for Nikki D. Where's Nikki D at? I can't get. I'm gonna have to hit him on Instagram. But go ahead, caller. You call back to back. Hold on before you start. Let's show love. Shout out to that boy Gorilla Kid. Gorilla Kid always showing love, man. He said fire. Gorilla. I mean, we really just trying to get something understood here, man. Shout out to that boy Trey Reed. You know what Trey Reed gonna do, man. He always in them motherfuckers showing love. That boy said speaking facts. Richard Stewart came through and said, Oh, there it is. Damn. Y'all better put them damn words up there early so I can see. Appreciate everybody for showing love. Go ahead, caller. What's your issue?
Yeah, I just want to touch bases on. First of all, appreciate you, Big Home. Hey, yo, appreciate you, Bobby.
Oh.
I want to touch base on what Bobby's been saying in a couple of other segments that you guys had. You can take a lot from what happened yesterday. He said that it's more of us than it's them. And if you pay attention to what happened yesterday, that proves it right there. It's more of us than it is of them. Now, take away the part of it was white folks and they stormed through there or whatnot. But if we was to do something in that nature, of course it'll be different. It'll be handled differently. But we could still overpower in the same manner. Because it's more of us than them.
That's right.
So if we take that same structure, not saying handle it the way they did, but in all different fields, if we take that same structure and attack in that same manner as a majority and come together as a majority, then we can accomplish a lot more.
Hey, I got two questions. Who is we? You said we. There's more of us than them. Who is us? And what exactly are we going to attack? Help me identify the target.
So we as in the collective, as the people, we as in the people, and attacking whatever we feel is the issue. Just like how they felt like they needed to attack the Capitol because, like you guys said, they felt they were played by whatever had happened or whatever they felt that they were played about, and they went on and they marched to the Capitol and did what they did. So if we take the same initiative, go to these community meetings, council meetings, or whatever the case may be, as a mass, as a group, and handle these situations head on, then maybe we can get things accomplished.
See, this is where the problem comes in with what I'm about to break down right now is once we understand that we need to do this, how do we come together without fighting each other, without hating each other, without having different ideals? And it goes to us understanding how this nation actually works. We could talk about me being a capitalist and someone else being a socialist. There's no reason that Oregon can't be a socialist state. There's no reason we can't raise their federal taxes and lower the federal taxes, raise their state taxes. There's no reason we can't get rid of the Federal Reserve and make capitalism work. There's really no issue between any of us Americans. And that's what I'm trying to kind of get us to see is when I say come together, when I say unity, I don't mean us having picnics in the backyard together, chilling, like loving each other, anything weird like that. I'm saying I'm standing for the Constitution. That's why we use the Constitution, because it's just something a solid foundation we can all stand on. Look, if they're going to try to take my freedom of speech and my freedom to petition government, will you stand for me? All right, I'll stand for you. If they try to take my guns, my right to protect myself, my right to stop this government from ruling over me, will you fight for my rights? Okay, I'll fight for yours. If they try to take my Fifth Amendment, my right to a speedy trial, and they just try to lock me up without a trial, without anything, trying to lynch me. That's what lynching is. Lynching is killing someone without a trial. If they try to lynch me, are you down to fight for my Fifth Amendment right? Okay, I'm down to fight for yours. And when you go there, you'll see most of the country is down to fight for those values. But those little things in between that they make us feel like should be controlled by the federal government. If you want to teach your children how to become transgendered in school, then that's your right. You can do that. But we need freedom of choice, meaning if I don't want to go to a school that teaches that, I don't have to. So now my children aren't going to be taught that. Just give me the choice. But what they want to do is use the Federal Reserve to force their will down everybody's throat. If we can, as the people, understand that that's the agenda, that's what they're doing. They're trying to take control of the Federal Reserve. They have a super majority right now. If we can say we see what they're doing and we want to keep our power on the local scale. If you live in Compton, there are no white people there. So you're not worried about white people. You're worried about the people in Compton. You know what I mean? If we can keep it local within our own domain, then together we can stop them. But I don't know how else to stop them without us taking back our local government. Now, if you guys have another plan, please inform me. But we have to stop them through the law right now because they're using the law to lock us down.
And that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from. Just by that. Just like I'm saying, we can use that as an analogy. What happened yesterday, we can use that as an example of there's more of us than them. They were overpowered by these people. Yeah, they didn't use force as if they would use it at any other riot or like when things went down, when black people were being killed and we rioted, they was gunning, about ready to gun us down.
Mm-hmm.
So in that scenario,
we can't cry over that. That's just one thing we have to get over. We can't cry over that because when you're looking at stuff like that, you're not looking at the police. I'll give you one quick example. But first I'll say the police. You're not looking at the police, you're looking at the man in the police uniform. So quickly to show you how we can take back our government, if we get rid of Joe Biden and we get rid of Donald Trump, in your mind, the position of the president still exists. That's what we're after. We're after that position of the president. We're not after the president, which means Donald Trump or Joe Biden. We can get rid of them. Go down to Congress, same thing. Go down to police officers. You're not looking at the man in the uniform. You're looking at the uniform. So if the man in the uniform is corrupt, we need to get that man out of the uniform, which means I need you to become a police officer, or at least, commend your buddies to become police officers. We can't destroy the system. We have to get rid of the men who are controlling the system. If we destroy the system, nothing protects us because you don't know how to make bombs. You don't know how to make fighter jets. You don't know how to make aircraft carriers. You don't know how to make guns. You don't know how to make anything. So the technological gap between us and the people we're going up against is going to be so far, there's no way to win. The only way to win is to understand the people who are in control of everything, we all on the same side. The people who want to go for it.
I was going to ask you, Bobby, so what about the people who say that it's not the people? Because you can take this motherfucker out of that position and put a person that you like in that position, but that position is there to fuck you over. What about the people who say that the tree is contaminated and the tree need to be cut down? We don't give a fuck about the branches. The branches is coming off the tree. What about those people who say that?
That means we can't salvage it then, and I'm prepared for that. I'm 100% prepared for that. If this is it, if this is the fall of America, then we're gonna all deal with it together. That just is what it is. I'm ready.
So the Constitution is America.
Yeah, no, it's okay. When we speak about the Constitution, we're speaking about a contract between us men and women saying we are going to create our own government, and these are the rules our government must abide by. So any of us that take those positions within government, we must abide by these rules, and these rules keep the government and the people equal. So the government can't overpower us, and so that we can't overpower it keeps us equal. So that's the concept of the Constitution. We have this powerful government that has aircraft carriers and all kind of technology, but we the people still have power. Now, if we lose control and we don't know how to get it back, then it is what it is. That's what
is that called?
I mean, it depends on how it happens. If it happens through socialism, it's socialism. If it happens through us going into a civil war and us imploding, and facts, do you know where the nearest ranch or farm is at to get some beef? You know where the nearest river is at to get, how to clean your water? If shit breaks down, then that's just what it is. I don't really know what to tell y'all about that. Like you said, go 3 days without food, go 3 days without water, a couple days, and see how you feel. See, you can't fight no more. You're not as strong. You're vulnerable. So I'm like, if we're not gonna use wisdom to beat this thing, then we can't beat it. I'm not telling you that we're gonna beat it. I'm saying we can only beat it through wisdom. But if you don't want to use wisdom to beat it, then I don't really know another way. That's why I'm asking you guys, what else can we do if you don't think that's the way?
Carl, I'm gonna let you get the last word.
Yeah, Bobby, you all the way right about it. We have to know what's going on in our communities with the laws, and we have to do our due diligence to gain knowledge of all these things. Because if we don't, then we just blindly going into any and every situation. So I don't ultimately have a solution for any of it. Like I said, I'm just tuning in, and I'm being the sponge.
Definitely.
And gathering all the information from what you're giving out, what you're spitting out, and from callers calling collectively. But that was just my take on what happened yesterday.
Oh, definitely.
Like, I feel like if we can take that, and just like you said, Ayo, they sat back, they listened to what Trump said, and they went on and they did something about it.
No. I don't want to. No. I don't want to get that mistaken. They didn't listen to what Trump said. They looked at evidence, and we're gonna watch that same evidence. They watched evidence. It'll be different if they just going off the word of one man. What makes it respectable is that they saw that they were being taken, and they were the nigga who wouldn't let the bullet take their gun. Pretty much, that's what that was. Like, they didn't let the bullet take their gun. Let me show y'all an example of what we're allowing to happen to us. Hold on, let me see. Can I find it?
I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. Ayo, I appreciate you. I hollered at you on PayPal. Just over broke, the brand. That was me on PayPal.
Just over broke. All right. Like I said, this other phone is taking a long time. I'm finna pull it up now, Bit Home. I appreciate that love, Bit Home. We need you.
I appreciate y'all.
All right, we got it.
Appreciate y'all.
Love. So as we see, we got different feelings. I'm seeing people talk about the military and shit like that. It's one thing to go to a different country and kill people, but when you have to kill people who know the same shit you know and are from the same place you from, it's something totally different. A lot of you motherfuckers would it take years to get hardened from war. This is what the Africans, go through. Their countries have been in war, in civil war for years. So the children come up in war-torn countries. So they've seen dead bodies. They've smelled rotten flesh. They know what it feels like to deal with post-traumatic stress daily. They know how to live in that. They can, have somebody die and then turn around and laugh. Where it's the first time you see somebody expire in front of you, you're gonna throw up, just like all of us did. You're gonna throw up, and you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna be a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be like, yeah, I don't take that fuck nigga. No, like you gonna be fucked up about that shit. And so since you're not about that war shit, don't fool yourself. If you think you about that war shit, what you need to do is just go get some boxing gloves and do 3 rounds, 3 minutes a piece. Just do 1 round, 3 minutes, and do face shots. Not no body shit. I'm talking about with gloves, do face shit. All you need is to be hit in the fucking face, and you'll realize you're not even ready for that type of force, let alone a bullet tearing through your tendons. My nigga, when's the last time you've been hurt? That's why niggas get these crazy thoughts in their head. You haven't been hurt in a while. The last, you too old. You don't get hurt no more. You might stub your toe on the night table or some shit like that. You don't know nothing about no fucking pain. You haven't been through that. So let's kill all the goddamn war talk. Niggas is not ready for war. What I want us to watch right now is a illustration of what the Democrats tried to do to America, and the tall dude in this video, actually, the little dude is the people who sat by and ain't do shit, and the tall dude is the Democrats. So imagine the tall dude is the Democrats and the short dude as Americans.
Hey, chill out. Hey, yo, damn, you fucked it up, bro. Threaten me again. Pick up your shit. You, bro. You did threaten me, nigga. God, they got this. You said, do you know I got up in here, nigga? Pick up your shit. Pick up your shit. Pick up your shit.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers ain't go for it. They ain't go for that. They wasn't about nobody reaching in their pocket taking their shit. Caller, go ahead. Who this here? Where you from?
King Chris from Atlanta.
Oh, that big Chris on the line.
What's happening?
Man, tell me something, man. We got to see what's going on.
I feel like this, you know, I'm always keep it real, which I feel like this. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you know how Bobby was saying, like, you know, they letting them people come, you know, the white people come through. I feel like they let all that shit happen to distract us. They wanted, you know what I'm saying, they want us at each other. They want us to be like, damn, what don't, you know what I'm saying, how did these white folk going? They want to distract all that shit so they can, you know, just like in the streets, so they can come around the backside and pick our pockets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They keeping us off the real shit. We so worried about, how they fighting for Trump and how they doing all this shit. When, you know what I'm saying? They always tell you, if somebody's showing you some shit, the real magic is happening behind the door. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what they doing to it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we so colluded about trying to fuck, like Bobby said, like we just so colluded trying to think about the president and all that shit. When everything around you, your local country, that's what affects you. That's really what affects you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, and everybody who's saying they want to go to war, just look at this. This is how I think. These, if you sit here saying you want to go to war with these white people, this and that, these white people been training their kids since they were young to shoot animals. We ain't been training our kids like that. Just because nigga won a high school fight, he think he ready to go to war for real? I don't believe in it.
Motherfuckers ain't they not ready for that. They're not ready for that. They're not ready for none of that goddamn gangster shit. Motherfucker.
Bill Jenkins. Hey, bro. So I know you look at us like we cowards, and this is different between men and boys, and this is why we're trying to raise us all up into this next level. You know what I mean? We need an army full of kings. We don't need men that are just ready to fight, even if they don't see a road to victory. The only reason why we're saying we can't fight this war right this second is because there's no way to identify the enemy like that. You're gonna have white people fighting blacks. You're gonna have black people on the white people's side. You're gonna have white people on the black people's side. There's no clean war here. Everybody's not gonna just dress up in Democrat clothing and Republican clothing and go to war. This will be a never-ending war, and our country will be taken advantage of while we're fighting one another, while we're imploding. They're trying to destroy us, and if we go to war, we're gonna just do it for them. We're gonna destroy ourselves. So we can talk about that. If y'all want to go to war, let's talk about it. But let's think about it through the eyes of wisdom, saying how will it play out? Because that's all wisdom is. Wisdom is knowing how to take your actions and understand how they will affect the future. So we can go to war, but what will be the outcome of that? That's what we're trying to debate and trying to figure out where we should go.
Well, definitely. J.R. Davis, who are you asking? Who are you asking about who got blocked? Hey, no. Yeah, 300 seconds. Bill Jenkins, hold on, I'm gonna get him back. Bill Jenkins, what's your Instagram?
About to find one.
Yeah, no, I didn't. That's all I'm saying, because see, I can listen. I can definitely listen to some real talk. I just need to make sure. I just think with you talking that heavy, just you know what I'm saying. Come on with that. Let me get that Instagram just so we can see who we talking to. Matter of fact, I'll give me your Instagram and I'm gonna give you the link to come on the screen with us. Go ahead. So when he come back, Bill Jenkins, I don't want to hear, since it's coward talk, I don't want to hear no more talk from you. Give me your social media so I can send you the link. If he say anything else other than his social media, just go ahead and get him out of here. But when you come back, Bill Jenkins, go ahead and get your Instagram, because I'm gonna show y'all what a coward is. I'm gonna show y'all what a coward is.
It's like talking shit, man.
Hold on, and let me get these people out the way. Shout out to everybody who's showing love. Shout out to Corey. Corey say, wolves hunt more efficiently together than alone. Very good point. Elena Snowden LeBlanc. She say, love the show. Can't wait to watch the playback. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Shout out to that girl, Elena. I'm sure I said that wrong. That question mark was a typo. Cyrus says, just supporting the movement when I can, big homie. That's love, Cyrus. I appreciate that. Monteo Marcus said, handle business, my guy. You know we got to do that. And we always got Gorilla Kid in the cut showing big love. Also, we have coming through on the PayPal, we have Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson always coming in crazy. Michael Jackson has not had one show where he has not showed love. Michael Jackson is rocking out. Mello Jones. Mello Jones said, y'all talking heavy. Rich depend on classism to stay in power. Elon Musk even said it. Even said it's hard for him to sleep at night because if all the poor people decided to unite, America would be in trouble.
Come on, y'all.
Mello Jones said there's a responsibility that comes with white privilege. If we woke up tomorrow and there were no more white people, would blacks be ready to really face the world and do all the hard work? For example, what black person owns a power grid? Do we know anyone that knows how to troubleshoot satellites? I'm just saying, we're not ready for that hard work. We've been locked out of those industries.
Yeah.
Heavy. Shout out to that boy Mello putting real talk in the motherfucking chat. Go ahead, Chris. I'm gonna give you the last word.
Okay, for sure. And just to my point and to what Bobby was saying, like the dude niggas who just said that shit, like, you know what I mean? He'll say some shit like that, but then as soon as he be the first person to get shot, be called, be screaming out, God, please don't let me die. I can tell, you can tell when niggas been built like that and they ain't built like that. So that's what confused me. You know what I'm saying? That's the same kind of coward shit we don't need on our team.
Exactly.
We need to use our brain and put something together and have a plan together. And he want to go out there and just say, oh, let's go out here and just fight with the boot, but you can't even last 5 minutes in the fight. You be out of breath. Hold on, man. Let me,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to run another one back.
Yeah.
And
that's why whenever I get something, but we need, that's why I highlighted it, because we need to see that and be used to that. There will be detractors. There will be people there to dissipate the energy. Anytime we have black men and women and even white men and women coming in one place and speaking to each other, trying to figure out a plan. No one's saying, I got the plan, nigga. Y'all nigga follow me, got this motherfucker. No, everybody here saying, hey, here's what I propose. What do you think about this? Can you modify it in any way that can make it better? You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous. So when we have niggas like that, and that, I feel like that with all the conversation, and that's why even on Instagram, whenever I hear somebody saying something negative, it's because I know I don't post shit that is just really stupid and crazy. So if you come disrespectful, it's no reason for it. So you definitely will have people like that fuck nigga who just came, and as you can see, he did not want to give his social media, because people like that they're the real cowards. Those are the real cowards. I stand on whatever I say, but people like that, that's what they do, and that's why they get blocked, because they're nothing more than trolls, And even better, they could be the motherfucking the feds or whoever's trying to dissipate the energy. Those people have a job to do. Their job is to make sure that we don't coalesce. We don't come together and put those differences aside. I grew up Blood. Chris grew up Crip. Bobby grew up GD. But everybody coming here together, hey man, we got the same problem. That's on a small scale. So when we go, like, I'm from the South, this white dude from the North, he from Boston, he racist as fuck, but he's having the same issue that I'm having. That's where we have to come together. Not, as Bobby said, not come together, have a picnic and have an orgy together. We have a common issue. Let's fix this issue. Just like we go to work, we work with these people, we're respectful, then we go home. When he go home, he can be a Satan worshiper. He can, you know what I'm saying, choke himself while he beat his meat, whatever. We come together to do a job, and then we leave. Let's get this job done, man. Chris, I appreciate you for calling in, man. That's love.
I would just say this, number love too, Bobby, because y'all real leaders. They have real minds come together, and that's what real leadership look like. You already know I'm always support.
I appreciate that. That's love, Chris. Big Face Podcast, you live with Bobby Boomani. Who this?
What up, man? Eddie Love, man, from the Patreon.
Eddie Love. Speak to me, man. What's going on?
Man, I was just, rocking out with you on the live, man. People got to understand, man, that, you got to rock with people that got the same ideology, not necessarily that, being black or white or whether they race or not. So you got to rock out with people with the same ideology, So.
That's right. That's right.
To an extent, what I think about this whole situation is what made the America great and the Constitution great is it created these laws that allow us to be different. You know what I mean? We literally, like, I like to bring this up because it's so extreme, but there's prostitution is legal in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? Every state can be different. We don't have to have the same ideologies. We don't have to like each other. In the South, they can, like Fact said, y'all be racist in the South, but on the West, this is how we get out. We thugging on the West. The common ground has to be, how do we uphold this nation? And the way it's been set up is these common inalienable rights can't be touched. So as they're trying to take them from us now, that gives us the reason and the response time to all stand up together and say, hey, they trying to take our rights. Let's stand up together. But it's not about us liking each other, being friends. It's about us seeing these rights are being stripped from us. And so now's our time to stand up and say, you guys can't take them.
What you got to say there, Eddie?
Really, man. I appreciate you putting up on game, man. Y'all good work, man.
I didn't love you on.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't want to get us too far out the way. Let us. We're gonna take this last caller. He back? Hold on. Where you at? Bill. Okay. Hold on. Everything. We're gonna stop right fast. 0 yard. We'll do it. And if this is a fake page, big homie, you just gonna get blocked. This ain't no big issue. Ain't no big issue. We just gonna block you and get the fuck on. Caller, what's going on?
What's going on, hey, yo, man? It's Finesse Gang. What's going on with you, bro?
It's Finesse. Oh, what's up? What's going on, big home?
What's up with you, man? I just want to comment on a few things, actually, man.
Okay.
First thing I want to comment on is, as far as our leaders in the past, anybody who's ever got anywhere close to the truth, they've been assassinated. So who's going to take that initiative and just do some research? Because if you look in the past, everybody else did it. They end up getting assassinated, shot from Malcolm X all the way down. Even the old dude with the herbs, I forgot his name, Dr. Caesar. Anybody who knows the truth has always been killed. So that stops people from even wanting to try to find out the truth, because history repeats itself. Unless you just go, like you say, if you're not willing to stand for a cause and die for it, you know what I'm saying? We don't need you, because that's eventually what it's going to boil down to. Is you willing to stand, and is you willing to die?
And it's not, and here and there it is. See, and go ahead and block via Jenkins. As y'all could just see, that's not a fucking page. I didn't think it was. I wanted y'all to see what a cow would look like. If you see somebody, that's all you got to do. If you want to just kill everything, anytime somebody say some stupid shit, no matter, that's why I tell y'all, don't feed into retarded ass, slyway negative remarks, because, and I'm glad Bobby pointed out, because I didn't catch it, but as far as y'all in the comment section, don't get on their side, because it's only gonna make you look retarded, because you following a motherfucker that don't got no fucking face, and it's a fuck, you spelled it wrong. Nigga, it's 0 yard. How the fuck do you spell 0 yard wrong? Get your faggot ass out my goddamn comment section, bitch. But yeah, them niggas is cowards, man. And I hate niggas who, like, when we on this serious tip, come in here with that whole shit, dog. Yeah, you spelled it wrong. This nigga says, all right. I just told y'all niggas don't stand with these motherfucking. What? Hold on, get home. 0. That don't say 0 yard. What the fuck? All right, hold on. I can admit when I'm wrong. Hold on. So y'all saying, so hold on. No. Hold on. Come on, my nigga. Like, I don't see use a 0. So why the fuck? Why wouldn't he put 0 in that bitch? Hold on, y'all. This is necessary. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Y'all look that shit up. Go look that shit up and tell me if it's something or not. I'm proving a point to y'all. There's nothing there. So like I said before, I'm telling y'all, don't fucking feed into this fucking faggot. Hey, block that bitch, man. Now he trying to spell it different ways. So why the fuck is y'all saying you spelled it wrong? Why the fuck is y'all agreeing with the motherfucker? Yeah, my fault being home, but goddamn it, I don't like niggas like that. Dog, the worst thing you'll get is somebody like that, but it's y'all in the comments. Y'all know that you would have to be a hoe to come in here and talk disrespectful when we talking like this. So why the fuck y'all should troll that nigga the fuck out of here?
Yeah, he definitely a hoe.
Come on, my nigga. I hate niggas like that, because that's the nigga in real life. That's the nigga in real life that will come in and listen to the conversation and then just try to make, and you got to be able to identify that. Identify the negative motherfucker as the person who's trying to kill whatever you got going on. That's why I don't want 3,000 people in this motherfucker. I want the people that are supposed to be here. As the caller just said, and what I was thinking when you were speaking, caller, was Malcolm X said, a man who has not found something that he would die for is not fit to live. And that shit is so heavy. And like online, we just playing around and everybody just talking, and you got motherfuckers like that faggot ass nigga there just playing around, having fun. But I want to know, what are you gonna do when they tell you that you have to take that fucking shot? That's what I want to see. I want to know what you're gonna do when they come to your door telling you that you have to take that shot. And we're gonna come right back here to the show, and we're gonna be able to see who. So once you get that shot, there ain't gonna be no talking about, well, you know, I had to take it, man, because they wasn't gonna let my child go to school, man. You know, I did it for my family. Motherfuckers being this bitch talking the most revolutionary. What I'm saying is, what are we willing to do? But I don't want to go there because we got to talk about these videos. Look, they said I ain't gonna be home. Look, are you willing to go to prison for not taking this shot? If that's what they say, that you have to, you have to be away from the population, and you know what I'm saying, this is where you're gonna go. If you don't, it's kind of like avoiding the draft. If you don't go to war, you go to jail. If you don't take the shot, you go to jail. How many of y'all will stand up under that pressure? Because it's easy to sit here and talk, man. It's easy to sit here and talk. It's easy to write them things in there, but a lot of y'all niggas ain't never been in Metro when it was 5-2 a cell and you had to sleep by the toilet, your head by the toilet, nigga pissing over your head.
Shit, wash your clothes in the toilet.
Washing clothes in the motherfucking toilet.
Oh.
The best water, like this here. You know what I'm saying? Like this here, off that water. Your food by the toilet.
Everything.
They ain't even got no boats left. All they got is they ain't got no boat. No, I almost said no. They ain't got no mats. They ain't got no boats. We just waiting on the mat to come back. So that means you ain't got nothing but that bullshit ass wool blanket they got, that thin, paper thin ass blanket, and you laying on that motherfucking steel. Y'all ain't never been uncomfortable.
And the motherfucking bunk so close to the toilet, the nigga piss out and sprinkle on your motherfucking bed.
And sprinkle on your motherfucking bed.
Straight up.
So now you in that bitch bumping because it's like, my nigga, I can't sleep on that floor. I gotta get one of them bunks. So one of y'all we gotta do something. I can't be down here like this. Can't even hunt for food. Don't let me get on this motherfucker like I'm Chuck Norris, Survival Man Dan, like I can just do everything. And that's why I say I'm listening. That's why I listen. Hey man, what we need to do? What we need to do, because I know that I'm not all the way prepared.
And on that same tip, think about everybody who's in jail. People aren't just breaking out of jail. And we talked about this earlier, Facts. The reason why our ancestors were able to be enslaved is because the technological gap between a man with a gun and a man without. If you're outgunned, it don't matter how much pride and heart you got. You outgunned. There's nothing you can do but lose, die, or fall. That's it. So you can't allow yourself to get in a position where you're outgunned. Like, you have to think about that ahead of time. You know, that's why they thought about the Second Amendment. We need the same guys as the government. If you don't think about that and you're like, I ain't afraid of government can't touch me, ain't gonna do nothing. They got us in jail and we should break out. So we gotta think ahead, y'all.
Hey Bobby, I gotta ask you a question real quick, bro. Real quick, and I'm gonna get up off of here. The last time I think we even attempted to even do anything remotely like that was Oklahoma. And I'm saying that because I don't even think nobody's ever even tried to do that again. They bombed the shit out of Oklahoma. Like the government literally, nigga, if you niggas try to do anything that's symbolizing that y'all together, we'll bomb that bitch. And I don't think nobody's even tried it since then. How long ago?
I suggest we do it through the law, but we can do it however y'all want. Like I said, we're gonna walk into this no matter what. I just say we should focus on taking back our government because this is the only country on earth where the people can control the government. I don't know any other plan that will work. But like I said, that I'm not afraid of that path, man. Like, the government don't scare me. If it is what it is, it is what it is. I hope y'all understand this is the only way out that I can see.
Okay, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate you.
That love it, home. I love. All right. Let me now what I wanted y'all to see was, and I want the moderators to stay on point. I guess I fucked up when I gave that one troll some attention. So now we got multiple trolls, but that's good because now you give my moderators something to shoot at. And if I'm trying to like have fun. Shout out to that boy Gorilla Kid. Gorilla Kid came back around and said, love, love, love. I appreciate that, big homie. Gorilla Kid always in on that. So because we have so many trolls, I really suggest that y'all watch y'all mouth. If you want to talk, if you do want to say something heavy, just give me your Instagram so I can put you on. But if you do, just make sure you got something negative to say when you get on the line. Big Face Podcast.
Hey, what's up, hey, yo?
Who there?
It's Young Grump.
Grump, what the fuck? What the fuck going, man? Y'all don't understand, man. Young Grump is on the line. This is the man, the fucking myth, the legend. Young Grump, the one who does all the edits, all the behind the scenes shit that y'all don't see. This the man that timestamp shit down. Make sure y'all got a table of contents every time you come on the live. This is him. This the real man right here. What you got going on, Grump?
Shit, ain't that much. I just want to say something real quick and I'll hop off.
Go ahead.
So, all the people I see in the comments, I mean, it's easy, like, you can say the right things at the right time on what to do and what not to do, and if you're ready for war or not. But I'll be watching y'all, so, like, I go on your IG or I go on your YouTube channel, and y'all ain't got shit on there, so it's like, it's not adding up. You know what I'm saying? You could talk a good mouthpiece game, but I gotta see the damn, action. That's it. So I mean, we could be up here all night talking and doing all this. Not to you or not to Bobby. Y'all putting in work as we speak.
Definitely.
But it's work. So when we get off this live, for the people in the comments, are y'all gonna buy books? Are y'all gonna go to the gym? Are y'all gonna actually fire like a gun at a shooting range? Like what y'all gonna do? So that's all I gotta say right there. It's just too much talking, but action on top of it.
Grump, that's heavy right there. I appreciate that.
Love, man.
We got love.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure y'all don't have to fight. And for everybody who call me a coward, I got nieces, I got nephews, I got young ones. I know, like, I'm ready. I've been preparing, but to watch my people go through this, for us to dominate without having to take casualties, which we can, I say we do it. And that's what I'm saying. Call me out if I'm wrong, y'all. Call me out if this system can't be controlled. And then we'll go from there and we'll figure something else out. But other than that, like I said, revolution. I'm down for that too if y'all want it.
Hey, look, moderators, I don't see how some of this shit moving. I'm hitting anything. If these motherfuckers look like they ain't got no real this hell to the no motherfucker, how the fuck did he get through? Y'all better hit these bitch ass niggas. But like I said, what Grump just said was some real heavy shit. And I listen while I'm on the show. I listen. And I think we all got some shit that we might need to work on behind the scenes. Let's get to what we doing. What I do want y'all to see here is Bobby has compiled some videos that prove, and this is what I wanted. I wanted y'all to see proof of a motive for why this shit took place. And I'm about to bring somebody in right now. If y'all don't know who I just brought in, this is Nikki D from the Sleep is for the Rich Gun Club. This is the Malcolm X of our times. The nigga who stood and ran out that motherfucker when it was drama actually showed that he was ready to stand on the front line and die right there. Much respect needs to be given to the warriors of our class.
Peace and love. Hey, yo.
I appreciate you so much for coming on, man. We talking, man. We talking, and
what I missed, dog. What I missed, man.
Nothing too heavy because you already on the level. What it is that we're trying to find out whether the people who handled that business yesterday were they villains or were they heroes. And we have some clips here. We have some clips here that I want the people to watch, to see exactly what went on. So Nikki, just watch for just a little moment, and then we're gonna click it in. All right, Bobby, here go the first clip. Y'all watch this clip, and then Bobby's gonna explain it when he come back. Hold on. CW, I gotta see you some more, big home. I gotta see you some more. And then we'll get you on that. All right, first video.
At 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to roll this back and show it to you. There you go. So now they're going to start pulling these ballots out from under this table. This table, the black one, was placed there by the lady with the blonde braids at about 8:22 a.m. in the morning. So she put that table there. So the same person who's staying behind now, the same person who cleared the place out under the pretense that we're going to stop counting, is the person who put the table there at 8:22 in the morning. Yeah, I saw 4 suitcases come out from underneath the table. Yeah, upper right hand, you see the gentleman in the red. So he just pulled one out.
All right. So what we just seen there was in the I forgot the name of the arena, which stadium it was, but that's where they had the poll casting at. That's where people cast their ballots at. And so what happened was this arena had hidden cameras for just in case during a basketball game or whatnot, somebody got hurt, they would have the video footage of it. So no one knew those cameras were there. So during the election, about 10 o'clock at night, 10, 11 o'clock at night, 5 different states stopped counting. They just stopped counting the votes altogether. It was Pennsylvania, Michigan, a couple of them just stopped counting. And so we had already got word through social media what was going on, but the news said that they were going to stop counting. And then Donald Trump was up by like 700,000 votes. And then by morning, come to find out, they never stopped counting. They kept counting. And now Donald Trump and Joe Biden were about even. So something happened there. So down the line, what you just seen there, which was at the Georgia hearing, now we have the video footage of what happened that night after they kicked everybody out. Because that's a much longer video. That's a 30-minute video. And the actual footage is 16 hours. But they kicked everybody out. They said they were going to stop counting. And they started pulling ballots from underneath the table. And they went back to counting. Now, the rules of the game are you have to have a Democrat and a Republican poll watching every single ballot that's being counted. You can't count ballots in private. So just that right there, what we did was illegal, and that was why Texas filed a suit against them. And the fact that the Supreme Court didn't take the case said that the Supreme Court isn't going to uphold the law. Something's going on behind the scenes, whether they're getting threatened or they just don't want to touch it. But that's clear evidence that something's going on, and the media is saying nothing happened at all. And we have more videos, but that's enough right there to tell you something's happening.
Nikki, I think that might be feedback on your end. Is that feedback on yours?
I don't know. I'm not near anything. Let me double check though. Let me double check.
Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear? See, it's something.
Let me move to a different spot real quick.
Mute your. Okay. Mute your camera. You muted. Talk, Bobby.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah, it's yours for some reason, Nikki.
I bet. Let me
just if you're not talking, just keep yours muted. That's all.
Okay, bet.
Yeah. And go ahead, Bobby.
So I just want people to know this has nothing to do with Donald Trump. This is not about him trying to win the elections. He's already out. This is about we okay, for one, blacks, we never thought our vote counted at all anyway. But now we know our vote don't count. We know they cheated, but what they've done is they've gained a super majority, meaning the Democrats have the majority in the Senate and the House, and I mean in Congress and the Senate, and they have the presidency. So they can pass any law they want. So screw Donald Trump. Are we okay with the laws that the Democrats are trying to pass? Are we okay with the lockdowns? Are we okay with the forced vaccines? And I can show you another video where they're letting you know you will have to get a vaccine certificate. Are we okay with this future that they're bringing in? Are we okay with them spending trillions of dollars a month? We've already spent 7 trillion in like 6 months. Our money is going to be worth nothing really soon. We're going to need a wheelbarrow full of hundreds to buy a hot dog really soon. We're hyperinflating our cash. So screw Trump. Are we going to let these people do whatever they want because we hate Trump, or are we going to take control of this and come together and say, hey, we got to figure this shit out because we're under attack?
And there it is. That's what it is. That's what I wanted y'all to see, and we got more videos for you to see. A crime has been committed, and they know a crime has been committed, and the question is, what now do we do? Just for the people who may not be understanding who I just brought into the building, this is Nikki D. Let me show y'all something.
Say sleepers?
Sleep is for the rich gun club.
Why are you guys out here with guns?
Why not? Those guys came on Sunday and they tried to intimidate some innocent ladies, unarmed men.
They got one of them right here.
They got one of them right there. Just post up right there. Just post people right there. We came out here because those guys came out here trying to intimidate those girls, and they thought that they were gonna have it easy. But one phone call was made, and the whole and everybody came down here armed. No bullshit.
And Louisiana is a total gun state.
Yeah, it's an open carry state. So that's open carry. So that's why we out here.
Who came out here this weekend? Who are you talking about?
The Confederates. You watch the news, right? What station you with?
KTBA.
KTB. Oh, y'all ain't keeping up with that?
No,
I bet. So anybody that keeps up with the news,
About 8 o'clock in the morning.
That nigga go with the attitude and everything, nigga. Get your shit together, nigga. Real talk. Nigga, we got a real legend in this motherfucker, nigga. I was so damn crunk when I seen that shit, nigga. God damn.
You like that, Ayo?
Man, that nigga had me feeling like I just watched Amistar, Roots, all that shit, man, and Django. Nigga, I was ready, nigga. The fuck? That nigga, he came down that bitch looking like he was talking real talk. That shit was live as fuck, man. That was the time to hit. That shit is historic, real talk. It's historic. Yeah. That's heavy. But that's who Nikki D is, y'all. All right, Carla, go ahead.
Shouts out to Nikki D too. Hey, but yeah, I feel what everybody's saying about the whole war situation and all that. But you know, really, the crackers been giving us war since they came and since we've been here. So I mean, when people gonna stand up?
I think the question is how. That's why I would ask Nikki D. Like, what do you say we do? Like, how should we move forward to win this ultimate game? Because we know even if us as black people, say for example, we all became millionaires, we know we're controlling the economy, so our money's not going to be worth anything. Like, if we're looking at the bigger picture, how does our future look, and how do we make a better future for ourselves?
Well,
I mean, I'm a little different. I really feel like, you know, sometimes the way they move, they do everything in secrecy. I think sometimes as black people, we shouldn't really get in the upper hand by letting them know what we really got going on sometimes.
Most definitely. And I mean, right now, I feel like we just having an overview, just a general consensus. But at some point, we have to use these platforms to get people to understand what we're doing. Like
No, I'm not bashing the platform. I'm talking about with the whole situation when it's time to make hits and whatever's going on for real.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a lot of times we'd be on social media with that type of stuff. Like, what we doing right now is just building. This is perfect. This is what we need. But a lot of times I feel like they don't let us know what's really going on until it's too late.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say this. I've already, like, years ago, I started looking into Asar, Aset, and Heru. I started to look into black Kemet, like why the big head scientists, like where does black supremacy come from? And I found all kind of knowledge on you know, how the white man was made, how he was grafted from us, and anything that's grafted is called the devil, and all that stuff like that. Why the big head scientist made the white man, because he wanted to see a physical form of his evil. He cut the evil out of himself and made the white man. And it was all the history you want is on the internet. But when I looked into why the white man thought he was superior, I didn't find, it was no science and no history behind it. And it's like the reason why they feel superior, that shit or their history, whatever, they keep that shit to themselves. It's at the Klan rally. They not saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or it's just
I'm saying about us. You feel what I'm saying?
you're cool. Yes, you're cool.
Everything in secrecy.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, damn, I can't find shit on a white man. I'm trying to find out because I like debates. I like to look at both sides. And it was that was crazy. But Nikki, go ahead, handle business.
Yeah, like I'm gonna have to look that one up. Hey yo, the big head scientists and things like that. But as far as what I think we should do as a people, one of the things I feel like we should do, is what I said in that video, is what I want to try to help us do. First off, man, black people got to do us, we got to get on code, man. We got to get on one accord. For one, a lot of us that are able to, we do have to arm ourselves, man. We got to arm ourselves. We definitely got to be ready to stand up, when it's time. I see way too much division amongst us, bro. Take for instance, when me and my gun club guys, some of my guys went down there, and me and Ao had this conversation on another occasion, private occasion. But I was letting them know, man, when we did that, I didn't have a lot of white people coming against me when we went down there to defending our own people, man. When we went down there and stood up for some of those peaceful protesters, man, we had a lot of our own people, man, coming against me in my own town, like that, my same color, my very color. Some of my own people coming against us, man. So that's one thing, man.
With mentality, yeah, that's how it usually is, though. It's, they rather stand up against us than stand up against them. So
yes, man, and like I said, bro, that's one of the biggest issues, man. I think we have, man. We got so much infighting amongst ourselves, man. We got to get on one accord and understand, like, look, man, we in this thing together, man. Like I was telling somebody in the barbershop today, salute my barber Pratt. I was telling him, man, white people don't care. You could have man, at that rally yesterday in DC, man, you had wealthy white men, CEOs out there. You had hillbilly rednecks from the Appalachians and from trailer park. I'm talking about, all walks of life, lower class, middle class to high class, but they had one thing in common. They were white, and they had a belief in something, and they all stood up. And it didn't matter what their demographic was. It didn't matter what their tax bracket was. They was out there for one particular thing, and they stood on it. Now I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to, and a lot of them probably gonna get arrested. The feds gonna snatch some of them up, but it ain't about that, man. Those people came together and they went and rushed that bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't matter. That's something, man. Black folks, we not finna do that, man. That's something we not doing that type. We not moving.
I ain't been covering that motherfucker. That nigga tripping. I ain't moving that shit, man.
Exactly. Exactly, man. We got a million excuses, ayo. We got a million excuses, man. So, like I say, and I said it in that video, man. Black people, we need to start spinning with us. We need to get on one accord, and we need to, like I said, man. We got to come as one, bro. We got to come as one because, like I said, when it come time for them motherfuckers to ride, it don't matter what tax bracket they in. It don't matter, educated, none, or whatever. They out there and they riding, and and that's what that is, bro.
What hood they from? You got the Aryan Brotherhood out there, the Klan out there, the Proud Boys out there, the other motherfuckers, the Trump out there. Everybody out there, bitch, together, and that's what I'm saying. First, we do have to. Now, I told y'all earlier, it's deeper than race. But first, we can't mix with them when we can't even mix with us.
We can't, bro.
I really want to get a show. Nikki D, do you got another phone that's close to that one? Somebody saying that you got two phones too close to each other.
Bet. Let me double check.
Okay. We can't. I really want to get another show where Bobby and Nikki can really talk because I want to see how their minds mesh. Of course, tonight we had to talk about this situation, but just from we have to work on us. We have to be able to be in the same room with each other without no fighting going on. We have to be able to be in the same room with each other without it be no envy in the room. as soon as we see another black person, we start getting offended like a motherfucker. What this nigga think he's Fred, nigga? We got this bitch. When y'all hear Nikki's story about how and nigga, I ain't trying to go too far, but when y'all hear that story, like the shit that people will pick out the sky when you are the one in front of that camera, when it looks like, and somebody asked earlier, who gonna be the leader? I think that'll be the last thing that we need to ask. I think we need to have a decentralized leadership to where any man, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they did. What we do, Americans in war, like World War II, you get on the ground, it's a decentralized command, like anybody can take rank, you know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers are dying left and right. You know what I'm saying? So we all know the objective. We all can carry that bitch out. You know what I'm saying? And what we hate each other, whether it be the Willie Lynch or otherwise, we don't like niggas. That's it. That's all. Yeah. When you see a nigga, you know you gotta be. Well, let me see what this nigga got going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta see what's going on with this nigga. Like, what's up with this nigga right here, man? You know what I'm saying? We don't feel. But when shit get fucked up, and they got us in these fucked up situation, anytime you see a black person, you just light up with exuberance because it's like, man, another black person. So what we're saying pretty much is shit gonna have to get bad and fucked up before we can look at each other like assets, like brothers.
Yeah, man.
I don't feel like we should have to fall down to the ground and be fucked over before we should see each other as assets to each other and not liability. And just, we have to stop this jealous bullshit. This nigga got 1 million views and I ain't got nothing but 100,000. Instead of us working together, we can't work with each other because that nigga think he flexing on me. I don't need that nigga. And it sounds remedial, but it's issues that we have in our community. The reason why them white boys was able to go up and them white women was able to go up in that bitch and die together is because they all was focused on the bigger enemy. We look at every nigga in this bitch as a fucking enemy. Nigga, we can't have 1 million niggas and have one female there. One female will turn a peaceful million man march into a fucking massacre. You put one black woman out there and niggas gonna start acting, nigga, shit, my nigga, I got them take this shit off too, my nigga. Shit, what the fuck you saying? Like, you know, just on stupid shit. Like, we did that when we was kids.
Yeah, bro.
You put a female and I missed a female say something, I like what Nicky D did when he went down there. He showed out. I mean, it was straight. You know what I'm saying? Nigga want to start downplaying immediately because a woman said that in your presence instead of you saying, well, I swear to God, I'm trying to get that nigga now. I need to be able to do that type of shit.
Yeah,
we
bro.
Can't hype another black man. We can't pull another black man up. We can't push him up. We gotta pull him down, and we have to stop that. And for you niggas who don't understand that you are that nigga, if you said anything slyway negative and you mask it by saying, I'm just keeping it real. You not keeping it real, my nigga. You hating.
Hating, bro.
God damn.
And then it made me think about, you know, we always look at a bunch of those black and white images, bro, of like Huey Newton and some of the old Panthers back in the day, man. And you know, and we still get empowered by looking at those images, man. But, you know, and we see a lot of the brothers that were standing with them and standing behind them. But it kind of make you wonder, like, damn, did they have to deal with that same shit too, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I mean, yeah, Fred Hampton, bro, like, you know, is that what those guys had? I mean, they were standing up, but I mean, yeah, it is a small, a sort of, you know, a little bit of a celebrity factor that comes with that or whatever, man. But like I said, that wasn't the goal when you set out. But when God chooses you to do something, I mean, he's gonna place you on a pedestal. But because that's, you know, he's letting your light shine. He clearly chose you because you're either well spoken or you got the nuts to stand up or you're not afraid to die. So when you put your life on the line like that, God is gonna let you shine for a minute, man. But as a community, bro, you know, inside our community, man, we gotta, you know, we can't keep in other words, bro, we can't kill our own leaders, bro, before the devils have a chance to, all because you don't like you don't like the fact that a motherfucker done gained a few followers. You know what I'm saying? For standing up on, some,
Man,
weird shit, bro.
and people, and you know what's crazy about that, Nikki and Bobby, this is the same thing also, is motherfuckers want the shit that come with being the leader, but don't want the obligations that come with being the leader. So you will deal with everybody looking up to you and the little kids and everybody know your name. That's Nikki D. That's Bobby Boomani. But you don't want to deal with federal agents having assassination attempts and shit like that. You don't want to deal with that type of pressure.
For sure. All that shit come with that, bro. All that shit come with, I mean, salute to my salute to King Grandmaster J, man. He's and if y'all don't know, that's the leader of the INFAC, the Not Fucking Around Coalition. You know what I'm saying? Look at what he's dealing with, being railroaded by the feds right now. They trying to take him down. And right now, for anybody that's on Instagram, please go donate to his GoFundMe legal defense fund, man. We trying to raise $1 million just so he could fight the case that the feds is throwing at him. But like I said, before that bullshit hit, I mean, like I said, he was standing up for our people, man, and it looked real good. It looked powerful, and it is powerful. But are you ready to deal with that shit when them devils come with them Fed cases, man? And hey, I heard you say something the other day, when they come with them heart attack guns and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, sending motherfuckers to, slip you a Mickey in your drink, man. All that shit come with that, bro. So black people got to really understand, man, like, we're not just having to fight these devils, man. We having a fight in our own community, man. We having a fight. I'm a business owner. I had people in my own community stop spending with my business, man. People slandering my name. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's more shit that come with with standing up for us, bro. It's a lot of stuff that come with standing up for your people, bro. It's a lot of jealousy, man. It's a lot of and then not to mention if you're in a small town, like I said, my business did thrive, for a and like I said, it's still thriving. The brand, a lot of people supported the gun club and the merch that we was selling, but like I said, bro, it's a lot of hate come with that, man. I'm looking at relocating out of my own town right now. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, man, you just gotta be prepared for, when you stand up for something and you stand up and hold your nuts, especially against the powers that be, bro. It's not gonna all be, it ain't gonna always be sweet, but like I say, for the people, even if you don't have the nuts to stand up, man, just support the ones that do. Support the ones that do. Don't wait until them devils, take one of us out, man, and now now you got our picture on the wall. Like, no, man, we need that support now. Support, send that money to these GoFundMe's to support these gun clubs and to support these Bobby. I was telling my man, hey yo, I got the Sleepers for the Rich Gun Club, and I started a GoFundMe account, strictly to basically to help with some funds just in case I had to travel to go and speak places, or and I was telling, hey yo, for attorney's fees, you know what I'm saying, just in case some shit pop off, whether I need to either help a brother out that catches a case, or whether I bust somebody ass and I need some help, you know what I'm saying, with some attorney fees. I had people in my own gun club. I had people in my own city trying to ridicule me and trying to say that I'm scamming and trying to just get over on the people. Like that's what we dealing with, bro, in the black community. All they see is he's asking for money. Man, it take money to fight. And my man Ayo made a good point. He was like, how you gonna fight a war and you ain't even got gas money to get to and from? You ain't got money to buy bullets. You ain't got, like, man, you can't go to war if you broke, man. You know what I'm saying? So black people, man, we got to get off of this complex of you see your fellow brother rising, in the community or rising in the world, and all you can see is dollar signs. Man, look, man, this shit is bigger than that. I'm a independent entrepreneur, business owner, man. Like what I did, I risked my family's safety. I put my face card out there to the world. You see what I mean? Like, so like I say, if we got love for our people, if we want people, if we want our masculine men to stand up, our leaders to stand up and not be afraid of these devils and not be afraid of, risking our life and putting it all on the line, man, y'all got to, start supporting these gun clubs. Y'all got to start supporting, you know, the militias, the black militias, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't about nothing religious. Man, when I marched with the INFAC, man, I met brothers from all walks of life, Hebrew Israelites, bro. I met them, of course, Christians, man. I met Muslims, Nation of Islam cats, man. Like, you know, that was one of the strongest movements that I was able to march with and join, you know, one of the only movements that I've joined, that I've marched with, you know what I'm saying? Aside from my own gun club, you know what I'm saying? But right now, you know, my man, you know, Grandmaster Jay is, you know, struggling to raise $1 million. But meanwhile, some of these white shooters, you know, they can raise $1 million in a matter of days, bro. And
24 hours.
24 hours, bro. And we black people got a spending power in the trillions. And we can't raise $1 million for a brother that stood up for us, that went state to state, marched for Breonna Taylor, went to Stone Mountain, Georgia, and bucked the KKK there. And then he came down to my state. He allowed me to get up there and speak. You know what I'm saying? Down in Lafayette, you know, a white politician threatened us and said if we come to his city of Lafayette, Louisiana, he gonna pick us off in 0.5 seconds or some stupid shit. And we went down there and we called his bluff, and ain't shit happened. And we empowered people, and brothers were looking to join the gun clubs and looking to get their licenses. And I spoke to brothers about getting their felons expunged and things like that. And it was a beautiful thing, man. So like I said, you know, not all brothers are scared. Not all brothers are afraid of these devils, man. But y'all gotta help support, man. Y'all gotta, you know, like I said, when the opportunity presents itself to support brothers like myself and Ayo and my man Bobby. I don't know your history, but I'm gonna tap in with you, my man, and my man Grandmaster Jay with the INFAC. Man, black people, we gotta stand up, man, and we gotta support our own. We gotta stop hating on each other. We gotta stop getting mad when one of the brothers, you know, would y'all have hated on Fred Hampton? Would y'all have hated on Bobby Seale and Huey Newton just because they were the spokespersons for the revolution?
Yep.
Man,
I
know it. Exactly. Exactly.
And man, look, man, if you could just tell the story about and just for y'all who don't understand it, this shit is just like the rap trap. When you get people looking at you and shit like that, it's just like the rap trap. People are gonna be mad that people are now looking at you and shit like that. And I don't know how it goes up north in different places, but down south, when we see a nigga elevating just a little bit, it's time to kill that motherfucker. Nikki, if you can just tell us what Martin Luther King said about your city.
Man, a lot of people don't know this, man. And I was telling the AO, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, it was really passed down. You know, a lot of the older generation, you know, the grandmothers and great grandmothers and grandfathers, they you know, they pass it down and let us know pretty much. Martin Luther King came to my city of Shreveport, Louisiana, back in the day. You know, 50s, 60s type shit. You know what I'm saying? And he spoke at a legendary black church here called Galilee Baptist Church, and they said when Martin Luther King left Shreveport, Louisiana, Martin Luther King said that he's met a lot of Negroes in his time, but the Shreveport, Louisiana Negro is a peculiar Negro. He said he said he's never seen Negroes like the type of Negroes that's in my city of Shreveport, Louisiana. So even back then, man, the great Martin Luther King Jr. was able to come here and see. Now I don't know if it's I don't know if it's the mentality. I don't know if it's because we're a small town. I don't know now. And also my city of Shreveport, they used to call it Bloody Cattle. That's the parish. That's the name of our parish, Cattle Parish. They used to call it Bloody Cattle back in the day. So I don't know if them devils did that much of a job on my city to where the people in my town, that the mentality is just that fucked up. But man, the great Martin Luther King said that man, he's met a lot of Negroes in his time, but the Negro in Shreveport, Louisiana is a peculiar Negro. So even Martin Luther King Jr., when he came here to speak, man, even he had to deal with bullshit, bro. Even he had to deal with, you know, probably little small town pastors probably mad because maybe the collection was a little bigger when he came to town or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we fucked up, man. We fucked up, Ayo.
And that's and the thing is, man, and Bobby, the reason why I wanted to bring Nikki D in is because I believe he brings a boots on the ground. Hold on, caller. Boots on the ground experience to the plan, because what we're trying to do is get people to come together, get on one mindset. What Bobby Boumani has is a playlist on his YouTube channel called Pure Power, where he explains step by step how we overcome our own mental issues so that when we do come together, we don't clash. And that is the first step, is for our mentality. And that's why I'm pushing it. As I've watched it, it takes your mind all the way off of the skin color, but all the way off of the jealousy that you hold in your flesh body. It's very important that we get our mind right before we come together. Because if we come together in the state that we in right now, it's only going to be more bullshit, and the world's going to laugh at us once again. When you said that we have $1 trillion spending power, that's not a falsehood. I can put on the screen what the money's going to, and I can tell the exact group that's spending the most money, but we ain't going there tonight. But as it stands, we have a real black leader. He stood for us. He stood up to the people that we wish we could stand up to. These
and not only that, man, and Ayo, not only that, not to cut you off, big dog, man, the brother was able to bring together, like I was telling you, the brother was able to bring together stand-up guys, shooters like myself, man, stand-up guys like myself, and also stand-up women like myself from all over the world, man, all over the world. And he was able to, you know, put them on one accord, man. And like I said, no, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't always perfect. But the point is, everybody came together on one accord, one mind. We're gonna come here and we're gonna represent a symbol of power. We're gonna represent a symbol. We're gonna be a symbol of power, not only to these devils that's thinking that shit is sweet, but we're also gonna be a symbol of power to our own people and letting them know, like, hey, you can stand up, man. Get your guns. Get arm yourself. Strap up. Get your legal situations in order. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is time for that, man. It is time. Louis Farrakhan called for thousands of brothers to come together. The ones that's not afraid. The ones that's not afraid to stand up and die, man. He called us together. He told us to stand up, bro. And real quick, while I got it, man, like I said, if anybody's on Instagram, go follow Black Owned Guns. It's an Instagram page called @BlackOwnedGuns. Click the link in their bio to donate to this brother's legal defense fund, man. We trying to raise $1 million. Right now, we up to like 200,000, maybe 300,000, man. But like I said, man, some of those white shooters and some of those guys, I think Dylan Roof, the one that ran up in the church and killed them black people, was able to raise damn near $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all of them,
we gotta do better, bro. We gotta do better, man.
All of them. Every one of those shooters, whether you killed George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, what's my man name in Texas? The girl killed them. Botham Jean. They finna hand you $1 million when you come home. That's it. That's all.
That's it, man. Off top, off dump, man. They gonna have that $1 million for you, bro. And then on top of that, George Zimmerman sold a gun that he killed Trayvon for damn near 200 racks. You know what I'm saying? Like
signing bags of Skittles.
Come on, man. Like,
we will not support each other, and that is a very big problem, because I'm gonna tell you something. When you don't support the stand-up men, the warriors, the generals like Nikki D, they start to get unmotivated. I would be unmotivated if I'm looking at my people. I'm standing in front of y'all, chest out, y'all behind me. These is my people, and I'm gonna stand. And the motherfuckers behind me is stabbing me in the fucking back.
Man, the shit real, Ayo. The shit is real, bro. The shit real, man. It'll damn sure make a brother like myself that has a beautiful family, man. And things that I've been building since way before all this shit popped off, bro. Like, it'll damn sure make you second guess that second time. Like, damn, you know, is the juice really worth the squeeze, my man? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, to answer that, you know, the juice is worth the squeeze. I'm not gonna let a few, you know, haters I'm not gonna let a few peculiar Negroes, you know, in my you know what I'm saying, in my town, make me think that what I did was wrong. I know what I did. My son gonna read about that. My baby girl gonna read about that. They was talking about putting that shit in some of the Louisiana school textbooks, my man. That shit that we did downtown, because and Bobby and to let everybody know what it was. We were down there because the Confederate monuments, some peaceful protesters were protesting the Confederate monuments that were trying to be taken down. They want them to take the Confederate monument down in front of the courthouse downtown in my city. So they were down there protesting, and some KKK members showed up. And that's when me and my guys, you know, pretty much showed up and pulled a whole card. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit, bro, may very well be in some Louisiana school textbooks one day. So I don't regret any of that stuff that I did, because I know even if I don't empower somebody or empower a brother today, it's going to be some young brother in the future that's going to read about what we did, my man. And he going to say, damn, like, you know, damn, that shit happened in my city. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit happened in my town. That shit happened right downtown where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to any other brother that may be considering standing up and holding his nuts, bro, and bucking these devils. Man, look, don't be afraid, my man. You know, you're going to have your own people coming against you. And but guess what? God is with you. God is with you. And you know, don't be afraid, man, because just for every one hater comment you get, it's gonna be brothers like Ayo, you know, it's gonna be brothers like Bobby, it's gonna be 100 more people that's standing with you that you may not even know. They may be in a whole nother city, state, a whole nother demographic, or they may be across that pond, across the water. But man, look, stand up, man. Stand up for what's right, and God gonna be with you. Don't worry about them haters, man. Don't worry about that shit, bro. The shit Bobby, we do today, the shit we do today gonna ring in eternity. Just know that. You know?
Real talk. And I've told you, like, you going in history books, but they asking if you got a YouTube channel. Or
you can follow me on Instagram at Sleep is for the Rich. And it's exactly how it's spelled. Sleep is for the Rich. And YouTube, like I say, it's Sleep is for the Rich. Also, Sleep is for the Rich TV. So just type it in, you'll see that, and you'll see a bunch of videos, because I'm a photographer and a videographer myself. I really do a lot of wedding photography, so I'm a shooter in both ways. I shoot that camera and I shoot that iron. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all can go check out some of my past wedding, some of my wedding work, man. And I drop some videos every now and then, just kicking some shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all check me out on YouTube. And I said this year I'm gonna start. You know, I'm gonna get on my AO tip, man, and just start dropping more knowledge, man, and tapping in like I'm doing now, bro. So, you know, yeah, y'all go ahead and, you know, run my subscriptions up, man, at Sleep is for the Rich TV on YouTube, and on Instagram is at Sleep is for the Rich. It's exactly how it's spelled. Y'all can also shop sleepisfortherich.com and to support the brand and support the gun club, my man.
I will be having my shirt and my whole suit coming momentarily, so y'all know y'all can see that all the time. Shout out to 24 Karat Black for always keeping us fresh. Nikki, I wanted to ask you this, man, because you said this, man. You told the youth not to be scared to stand up. And I just have to ask a real question. When we see what's going on with Nikki D, when they show us, as Bobby was talking about earlier, how they'll make an example out of him for not taking the vaccine. And that's gonna make everybody else not want to take it. When we see what's going on with Nikki D, when we see what's going on with Grandmaster Jay, what's to stop us? Like, nah, that ain't the move, because ain't nobody gonna help me.
Say it again, AO. You say what's the stop? I'm putting my phone on the charger before this bitch die.
Yeah. When we see what's going on with just go to 24 Karat Black on Instagram. When we see what's going on with Grandmaster Jay, what's to stop us from like that's discouraging. Like they and not the part about getting locked up, the part about how they let us sit in there. Because jail is like, as you in this bitch, you just gotta, you know what I'm saying? You just milling around and all this shit, and God don't make no mistakes. So I'm sure he's in there empowering a lot of good people if they don't got him in PC. But that's big, man. Like the fact that I'm in here, I didn't stood for my people, but they didn't do nothing for me. They act like I wasn't even out here doing what I was doing. There's no reason why all the celebrities shouldn't have put $1 million in. Each one of them.
Man,
Each one of the celebrities should have put $1 million in.
Man, and that's the thing, bro. And that a lot of man, I had I still got. Can y'all hear me? I don't have any feedback, do it. Okay,
You good?
okay. My man, Lord Jamar, that's always on Vlad TV. Man, I had so much, and I still got respect for the brother. He still kicked some shit, man. But man, he disappointed me so bad, man. He was one of those brothers that I had a lot of respect for, but he was also one of the brothers, dog, that spoke against Grandmaster J, man, and just saying how I don't know, I would be hesitant to follow this guy because back in the day they used to have plants and informants, like, man, like that's the type of shit that I mean, it's a very real concern for anybody that wants to stand up, man, because like I said, just know when you stand up for black people have been so brainwashed. Them devils have done such a job on our brains that you're gonna not only be fighting the devils, you're gonna have to fight your own people first. You're gonna be fighting your own people. So it's a very real concern for anybody that wants to stand up for your own people, man. And that's real. Ayo, you would think with all these celebrities that we got, with all these black millionaires that we got, you know what I'm saying, from the famous ones to to the just to the local to the local rich, rich and wealthy. You would think that it would be no problem, $5 grand here, 10 grand here,
Yes.
drop that bag, man, for my man. Like, I'm not okay if you don't believe in Grandmaster J. Okay, well, cool. You think I'm a fucking informant? You think I'm a federal plant or some shit like that? I like I said, man, like it's a very real concern for anybody that wants to stand up, bro, because like I said, man, like, just know going in, just like Malcolm X, like I said, look what happened to Malcolm X. It wasn't no white man that ran in there and put 16 bullets in Malcolm X's chest like that. Now they may have orchestrated the shit. They may have been the ones that, pull the strings, but the work is gonna get done by somebody 9 times out of 10 that look like you. You see what I'm saying? So it's a very real concern, man. It's one of those things, man. Like, I don't know, man. Martin Luther King said, I may not get a chance to see the promised land with you. You know what I'm saying? But, man, look, you just got to know, man. You got to know going into it that you're going to have a fight on your hands. Yeah, until our people get to a point to where we're all on one accord, we're on code with this thing, man, it may be a situation where you stand up for us and then got to damn near struggle to feed your family or got to struggle for bail money type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's sad, bro. That is sad, man. But, you got to really have a special kind of love, dog, for your people to know all of that going into it, or even after you do it and still know it and still be standing on your soapbox saying, you know what, man, I know y'all, I know my people are fucked up in the head, but I know why y'all fucked up in the head. So I'm gonna keep doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep riding for us, and hopefully the future generations can see, like, hey, man, those people were wrong for hating on our leaders back in the day, man. We got to start supporting our leaders. We gotta, it ain't enough for these celebrities to just be sitting back, man. Like, some of these celebrities go in some of these designer stores, bro, and some of the strip clubs, man, and they'll throw 5-10 racks. I done heard rappers rap about making, the stripper Super Bowl out there in Atlanta, dog. Them boys brag about making it rain 100 grand, and we threw $1 million in the strip club. Word, you know what I'm saying? But we can't raise $1 million in a few days, man, for this brother that brought us all together, that had people all over the world, man, that had little dudes, that's used to, that's used to wanting to, with a mind to want to kill their own people. Had some of these guys, saying shit like, man, you know what, I want to come step with these people. It's some of my very gun club members, they told me out of their own mouth, like, man, look, when I first saw the in fact, when I first saw y'all boys standing up, man, that made me want to get out here and get off that bullshit, and made me want to come stand up. Hey, yo, you said the same thing. You know what I mean? And we working on getting your shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, we gonna get you back right, you know what I'm saying? But man, we really empowering people, man. But you got to know, you know, it is gonna be a fight that come with that, man. It's gonna be it's a real spiritual battle, and it's a physical battle. You know, we fighting against our own people, and we fighting against them devils, man. You know, we fighting against coons. We fighting against some of these celebrities that call themselves for the people, but the moment, you know, but the moment they get their platform, they speaking against the movement. You know, like I said, Lord Jamar pissed me off with that. He actually had Grandmaster Jay on his show, you know, and interviewed him, and then a few days later, he was talking against him, saying, let's be careful about following this guy, man. Get your ass the fuck out of here, man. Why we can't stay on code with this shit, man? If we find out that Grandmaster Jay was on some informant rat shit, well, we'll deal with his ass. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be doing the devil. I'm having to tell people all the time, sometimes in my comments, my nigga, you doing the devil's work, man. Some of our very people, you doing the devil's work. You doing the devil's work. You know what I'm saying? If we find out that he was a rat or informant or he was leading us to the slaughter, well, we'll deal with that. But but y'all can't be the one. We can't be the ones speaking against our own leaders, man.
No,
we can't be the ones every time, you know, we ask for a little piece of. I know black folks ain't got nothing. Yeah, I know we hurting. But yes, we do. The movement needs money. The movement needs to be funded, man. We gotta fund this thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing, and when it come down to it, right down to it, that's understandable in any country, any culture. The Taliban has to sell dope to fund their shit. We funded the Contra war with dope. Like, motherfuckers know it take money to do any fucking thing, but that's us. And when motherfuckers can't find nothing physical to put on you to make folks stop following you, they'll put some imaginary ass shit.
Imaginary shit, man.
Give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about no claims about shit. The nigga is doing good work. The work is getting done. Show me some evil doing. Like, so when a nigga start doing some evil shit, whoa. But nigga, this is what the fuck? He making niggas who didn't know it was possible that we can stand up to the white man with guns.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And they got some trumped up shit against him, trying to say that he pointed a gun at a federal agent, you know what I'm saying, out there in Louisville, Kentucky. Now he keeps a flashlight on the end of his rifle. He keeps a flashlight on the end of his rifle. It was nighttime. He saw snipers on the top of a building, and he shined his flashlight to the top of the building to see what the fuck was up there. So they trying to use that to say he was pointing his gun at a federal agent. But that's the type of games that they play. That's the type of shit that we deal with. That's
we gotta know that.
We gotta know that.
Man. We gotta know. We have to know that any of our leaders is gonna happen like that. Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. It's us understanding what's going on. Like you said, he pointed his gun. He didn't even point his gun at anybody. He pointed his flashlight, but a flashlight was on the end of a barrel. And so he literally did break the law by pointing his weapon at a federal agent. But that's why it's about us having the knowledge to know how to make these moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I was going to ask you was, like, do we have an end game? You know what I mean? Because like you said, we fighting these devils, we fighting these crackers, we fighting these people. What are we fighting to win? Or are we just fighting to survive as long as possible?
I mean, like I said, I told somebody else, what we represent, my guys, me and the NFAC, the Sleepers for the Rich Gun Club, we're just one particular faction of the whole movement, you know? So everybody has a role to play. Everybody has a role to play with you could say with the defensive side of it, you know? Do I know what the whole end game is? I would be lying if I said I would be lying if I said I knew what the entitled or what the whole end game was. I do know that as a black people, I do know that we need to spend money with each other. I do know that when one of us gets in trouble or stands up for the cause, I do know that from a defensive side, you know, from a tactical side, you know, from a warfare side, I know a lot of the brothers that are able to stand up and are able to legally carry, you know, we do need to stand up, you know, when it comes to that. I mean, the end goal is, honestly, bro, I don't know. Man, I don't know what the end goal is, man, with this. I just know when the shit hits the fan, bro, when you know, when it comes to your doorstep, we got to have brothers like myself. We got to have brothers that aren't afraid to stand up for what's right. You know, from a defensive standpoint, we got to, those types of brothers need to be ready to stand up and go when it's time. Now, I can't speak from all points of the all aspects of the revolution, my man, but like I say, all I know is what God called me to do and what God called me to, you know, stand up for. You know, I don't have all the answers. Man, but you know, like I, you know.
And what I would say is this: I feel like that's so important to have that warrior, because the lieutenant, the sergeant, the president is nothing without the warrior. And the warrior comes. Our women are in trouble, and the warrior come running. Our people are in trouble. The warrior come running. And I think that's a problem. Most niggas would, they the warrior, but not everybody looking at me, so I'm the leader too. No.
Yeah.
The plan, somebody else got the plan. I'm the warrior.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I'm
the
saying?
muscle, man. Yeah, you can't count on. Yeah, you can't count on. You know, like I said, the muscle. You got the muscle, then you got the brain. Now, I'm an intelligent brother myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm all muscle and just beating my chest, but like I said, so I guess that answers your question. The end goal is it's got to be a body. If I'm gonna use that analogy, black people we got to have a body, bro. So the revolution is what they say Allah stands for: arm, leg, arm, head, something like that.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So God body, bro. You know, so if me and what my guys do represent the muscle and the resistance, you see what I mean? Okay, cool. We're not gonna ask what's my man? We're not gonna ask the intellectuals to go grab these choppers and go buck them devils. Like, no, that's what we for. You know, we got that. You know what I'm saying? So the other intellectuals, we got to be there to protect them. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be there. We got to be there to protect the brainiacs. You know what I'm saying? The ones that do have the economic answers, the 19 Keyses of the world, the Derek Graces. You know what I'm saying? The who else we got? You know, the Killer Mikes of the world. You know, the ones that can actually get up and speak this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, to answer your question, the end goal is for black people to have. We got to be a God body, bro. We got to be one body. We got to have the brains. You know, we got to have the black fist. You know what I'm saying? The resistance that represents. You know, the black fist represent. You know, punching you in your shit or pulling that trigger. You know what I'm saying? It's so. Like I said, I guess, you know, that's the end goal for us to be a one united body, man. We got to actually be a nation of people that got it from all ends. You know,
and to be respected. Also,
we gotta be respected.
Look, and that's what it is. Niggas like Nicky, he get us respect. Like, you can't just come down here and take shit out folks' hand and push folk down. Like, we got this and we ready. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Everybody is not meant to play every position. Like, dog, when it's wartime, you follow the warrior. When it's time to think of the plan, we finna go down here, we have to have the muscle because we have to be protected. Let me say this. Look, I'm seeing a lot of you niggas with this slick fucking Grandmaster J talk. I'm gonna let you know, my nigga, if you got something to say about it, this ain't the place. I ain't with it. Let me holler at these this love. Shout out to Elena. No, that ain't it. Christina Lou in the chat. Shout out to you. Jamal said I needed to hear this. Love, fam.
Peace and love to everybody out in the chat, man.
Oh, we got Watson Vision in this motherfucker. Marcus Maxwell. Marcus from NY. Who that? Young Grump say I passed my network engineering exam today. That boy Young Grump done made it, my nigga. Turn up the Young Grump. He just passed that goddamn exam, nigga. We in the money now, nigga. Yes, Lord.
Congratulations, homie. Yeah, let me hold something, man.
All right, come on, caller. You on the line with Nikki D and Bobby Boumani.
What's the deal?
Go ahead.
Shit. I'm on the spot shit. I'm rocking with y'all, man. I'm rocking with y'all. I'm a white boy.
Okay.
But I got a different perspective. And you feel me? I can see both sides of everything. Other situations. So, damn, now I'm nervous and shit.
No. Look,
Take
I
your time,
understand.
homie.
Yeah, take your time. It be like that sometimes. You got it. Just speak your mind.
Then I'm trying to see watch the footage while I guess you can't do that while you're on the phone.
No, you can't do it. You gotta just talk to us. We here.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man. Like all this shit was talking shit, you know.
Your phone breaking up. What's your name?
Why?
Wyatt.
Why?
Wyatt. You from Louisiana? Okay. What part?
The South, Jimmy.
What is that? Jimmy?
You say
Jimmy?
Gina?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know where Jennings at, Nikki D.
What's the nearest town? What's the nearest bigger city to it?
It's right in between Lake Charles and Lake.
I bet. Yeah, I know where you at. What's up, bro?
And you see how you had said about you on that defensive shit, you really coming at it from a defensive standpoint?
Yeah.
You see, I grew up with black folks, and all my family's white, and I got a lot of haters on me. Well, like, it fucked me up when I think about this shit, like, what it's actually gonna cost to do hit the fan. Like, to really picture that, like, how you gonna know your enemies and your who's the enemy? It's like kind of like in Iraq, where they don't know who, you know, shit could just pop off. And like, I know people, like a lot of people around here, the fact think all the Trump is racist, and like y'all fuck with like Ayo and Bobby, y'all fuck with Trump, huh?
Not Trump.
Or the idea. Y'all fuck with the idea.
Not even the idea. We passed the ideal at this point. It's more about and to be honest, I feel like every black person, every street nigga fuck with Trump. Cause Trump got niggas eating out this bitch. Every nigga
he don't bite his tongue either. He don't bite his tongue.
I like to know who my enemy is. A motherfucker saying that he don't like Trump but going to work at Walmart every day is a fucking hypocrite. He's a fucking liar. He do like Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but no, Wyatt, I want you to go ahead and think out your question, whatever like that, and hit us back, all right?
Yeah.
All right, love. All right, now let's get to the second video. That was the first video. Bobby, I need you to explain this video right here. There you go.
But first, we're following breaking news about a deadly shooting at the home of a federal judge. A manhunt is underway after a gunman opened fire on the family of Judge Esther Salas in New Jersey. Her son was killed and her husband wounded. She was unharmed.
Was that all, Bobby?
Yeah, it was just that little bit.
Okay, now what was that?
All right, so this is when I talk about the bigger game. This is what I want to know about.
Nick, you mute your phone.
I want to know what should we do about this bigger game being played. So we know Jeffrey Epstein, he was killed in jail. So whoever killed him or whether he escaped, whatever, they were desperate. So we know that what his role in this whole game was basically blackmailing people, getting people to go over to his island, getting them to blackmail people. So regardless of what he was doing, these people, when it got that real, where this judge was about to go into his case and start looking at his finances, looking at his numbers, and pointing people out, her husband, the judge's husband and son, came up dead. Jeffrey Epstein, when he was about to snitch and tell everything that's going on, he came up dead. So we're looking at these people behind the scenes, still in the nation. They're killing people who are coming out, and we're focused on one another, but they have the ultimate power. So I'm saying, do we address them? Like, what do we do about the people who are trying to bring in the Great Reset, who are imploding our economy, the people who are spending these trillions? Do we address that and try to take back the nation, or do we just fight as long as we can and just say we're gonna go along whatever they bring up, or we're gonna just die fighting it? But there's no victory. Do you see a victory in what they're doing and us getting through it?
You asking me that, Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay, so say just I guess shorten it up a bit. So what's the question? Do I see a victory in what now, my man?
With everything they're doing, like I said, we see it's a much bigger agenda than just the election. Like I said, why did they kill Epstein? What happened to him? What about Hillary Clinton and her emails that no one's talking about anymore? What about the false allegations on Trump by the FBI? Screw Trump. It's not about him. We just know there are evil people, like you said, those white devils. How do we identify them and focus on them rather than just a random white guy who knows nothing about the government, knows nothing about what's going on? He's just a regular white guy. How do we separate these people and identify the real target?
Well, man, that's one thing that, and as far you also, I think I heard you ask something like, why was he killed or something like that. Well, to answer that first, I just heard a brother say, it may have been Kevin Samuels, the one that's been angering all these black women lately, but he said,
big homie. That's big homie.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. But he said, man, to get in positions of power, it sometimes takes two things. It takes a network. You have to collect a network, and you also have to collect secrets. That's how you get in positions of power. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get in positions of power without having a mean ass network and without knowing some mean ass secrets. You know what I'm saying? So, to answer that first question, why was he killed? I mean, he obviously had a bunch of secrets. He had some, high level secrets that he was that some people wanted him to take to the grave with him. The second part, as far as how do we spot him, man? That's a question for the ages, man. How do we spot the ones in our own community that's gonna double cross you? I've been stabbed in the back by some people that I probably would have never expected, bro. So as far as trying to spot double crosses in another community, man, like I said, that's the $1 million question, bro. I can go on the spiritual side and just say, ask God to, just reveal it to you, but a lot of things, bro, you don't know damn near either until it's too late or right before the shit hits the fan, so, like I said, my man, that's a $1 million question.
Let me ask you this then, okay, because you guys have a gun club. And so I propose that we use the same tactics that you guys use throughout the nation, because the same tactics you're using are the same tactics we're using with the Constitution. You guys stand for something. We stand for the Second Amendment. We know, hey, anybody tries to touch the Second Amendment, you got problems. This is our trigger. You know what I mean? We've created an artificial trigger, meaning if you come after the Second Amendment, we all know to strike at the same time. We're going to fight back. So say, for example, the gang, they have their set codes. Okay, we fight for our block. We fight to make sure we can sell drugs on our block. We can make money. We can survive. Anybody comes on our block and goes against this, we attack. That's the trigger. So what I'm saying is it possible for us to use the Constitution and use these values to create an artificial trigger and have two different communities? Say, for example, you and your community, you and your gun club. Hey, we know that we stand for these values. We know we stand for the Constitution. If something happens, we'll stand up and we'll fight for it. Now, these white boys over here, they stand for the same thing. That's a totally different group. I have nothing against them. They do their thing. I'm going to do mine. but we still have those same common values that allow us to team up and actually get the bigger threat. Because we can't get it as 13% of the population. So I'm like, how do we figure out a way to build a big enough force to actually affect what's coming for us?
I feel that. I was telling somebody, I was in the military, and I went on a deployment overseas. It was near, it was in Southwest Asia, and on the base over there, you had the Air Force, but then we also served right alongside with the Brits, and the Army and other branches of the force. Now I say that to say this. Now, even though we were all different factions of the military, we were all different factions of the armed forces. We all still had one mind, basically. So I do think it's possible because everybody, as crazy as it sounds, not every white man ain't a devil. I tell somebody this. Every black man ain't your brother, and every white man ain't a crack ass cracker. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of people that don't look like us, that don't have our complexion, but they hold our values. So it is a way where we can still work with the people that do support the Second Amendment, people that don't want to see our gun rights get taken away. That's not saying we got to team up. That's not saying we have to join forces with them, but in a way we do have to join forces with them, but still be separate with them. The same exact way when I was overseas in the military, we served alongside we called them the Aussies, you know what I'm saying, the Australian soldiers, the Army. We all had one goal in mind, to fight a particular enemy, but we were all a part of different factions, basically. So that's what we need to do. We need to. I feel like we need to, structure it that way. You say we're only 13%. That's cool. Now what we need to do is, still stay separate. Still stay separate. Still, but align ourselves mentally with some of the other factions of people that aren't devils, but they also they have a love for the Constitution and those Second Amendment rights, and they don't want to see those gun rights get taken away because like I said, that's one thing a lot of the Republicans do stand on. They have a very strong understanding that once guns get taken away, yeah, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. Every nation that's ever been truly taken over or destroyed, one of the first things that they did was start taking those gun rights. Yeah, they took them guns away, man. So like I said, that's how we need to do that. I feel like we still need to stay separate, but we do need to align ourselves, strategically and mentally, man, with others that that have our same views. And the same way we did it in the military, we could still serve on the same base, but still have a separate, not agenda, but separate factions, but the same agenda is what I'm saying. So no, I feel what you're saying all the way. Yeah, we don't have a huge majority. We're not the majority, but like I said, we can still come together with people that think like us, man, and they have our same thought processes in mind when it comes to these gun rights, bro.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think it's really important for us to just get off. We are not trying to all come together. We're not all trying to kumbaya. We are literally trying to survive. This nation is going to fall. And we could all come together in wisdom and say, hey, look, we need to save our money and get back to Africa. Or we need to go to Brazil. Or if y'all want to create a plan, by all means, let's do it. But we know something's happening, and we have to rise to the occasion and figure out how the hell to proceed, because we got children here, and we just can't let this future overwhelm us. So that's right. We're trying to figure it out together, man. We all one family. Let's figure it out, man.
All right, we got a call on the line. Big Fat Podcast. Who it is? Big Fat Podcast. Who it is?
It's Chris again, man.
Go ahead. Actually, Chris, hold on, Chris. Big Fat Podcast. Who it is?
Breaking up, Dad. What's up?
Big Fat Podcast. Who it is?
It's Wyatt again, bro. See, this is the conversation I wanted to get in on, right?
All right, go ahead.
Why? Go ahead.
Like,
Why? Did you from Louisiana?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Like what Bobby's saying though, because it's like, we got to define who the real enemy is. It's like, because he's talking about the whole American tip and the potential fall of this nation.
Uh-huh.
So like, who's the enemy?
Who's the enemy?
And that's what he said. That's what he said. We're gonna have to find out. So we don't got that, and that's why, you know, we got to see what's going on, and that's why Bobby was saying we have to draw a line in the sand. So we have us over here, so that the only people that will be on that side of the line would be them. That's how you identify the enemy.
So let's talk about it, like, cause I know y'all doing y'all's research and shit. Like, I mean, if you look at it, there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. And as black folks, y'all got a lot of different enemies because y'all got a bunch of racist ass white folks that just fucking don't want y'all around and shit. But like this whole New World Order agenda and this whole global reset they about to push out of Biden's in office and shit. Like, there's clearly an agenda being carried out against the nation as a whole, right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
hold on, Wyatt.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We can all see there's something being carried out. So that's where I come to everybody. It's like, I know how to beat it. I know how to get through this as a people. It's not that difficult. It's like it's nothing they can do to us without our consent. But divided, we don't have the numbers to push our will. So I try to get my people to understand that when we look at the government, we have to stop looking at these people and look at these positions. We got to say, these Congress positions, anybody can become a Congress member. If we get enough numbers on the Big Facts podcast and say Big Facts is going to run for Alabama, run for Congress in Alabama, and he's got 100,000 people, 1 million people on the channel, and he put the word out, get enough people to vote, he in there. No money needed. No, he can do it straight off his YouTube channel. So as far as the system goes, we can strategically figure out how to get power back. But if we sit up here and act like we don't have power in the system, we are about to be railroaded. And I'm saying, and that's why I got a couple of videos I gave the facts to show you guys. Am I not seeing this correctly? Am I not seeing our money being hyperinflated? Am I not seeing the vaccine being forced on the world? Am I not seeing a fight coming? Like, how do we get the fuck out of this shit without us being just being able to cooperate with everybody in America, man? We gotta draw a line in the sand and say we standing for the Constitution again. As black people, draw a line in the sand. Whatever you guys want our Constitution to be, we can talk about it and figure it out. But we have set values that we stand on and we stand for. And if you go against them, you're not with us. And that's the only way to define these two sides, because we're not going to wear uniforms. You're not going to see a bunch of Democrats with blue uniforms and a bunch of Republicans with red uniforms going to war. We're just going to implode and destroy everything around us. So that's where we got to figure out how to win.
And we have another video here, and I think this is the one that might go into that. Let's see.
A couple of years ago, our Supreme Court in Pennsylvania very illegally redrew congressional maps. It's very clear in our Constitution that is a legislative act. Fast forward a couple of months ago, our Supreme Court rewrote our election law. Again, that needs to be done in statute. It is a legislative act. Then we have the drop boxes, the 3 days extra to vote, the ignoring the signatures and ignoring the postmarks. And I have to come to the conclusion that you did also. If it looks like corruption, smells like corruption, it's corruption. And we've got to get to the bottom of it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your testimony. Appreciate it very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Reed.
Now, what was that?
So basically what that was on a different subject, but that was basically at the very first hearing in Pennsylvania. that guy was one of the state legislators, and what he said was the governor changed the election laws using the Supreme Court. They didn't go to the state legislature. That guy was saying, "Hey, they're supposed to go through us in order to change these election laws." So that's illegal. That's the reason. Huh?
Mutual, Nikki.
Oh,
yeah.
So that's the reason that Texas. That's the reason that Texas sued, because they're saying what you did was illegal. We all know it was illegal. So back to the bigger point that I was bringing up, it's like we now can see these people. We can see people saying there was no foul play here at all. We can see Democrats and Republicans coming together, passing these stimulus bills like they best friends again. We can see the whole world happy Joe Biden is president. We can see who's actually for these lockdowns and who are against them. We can see people like Gavin Newsom. We can see Lori Lightfoot. We can see Whitmer. We can actually see these people who are fighting against us, the people, because we said, just let us go back to work. I'm not afraid of I don't need the shot. I'm good. If you want the shot, let me just live my life. And these people are saying no because they have a bigger agenda, which goes back to Epstein. So now that we can see these people, it's like it's not hard to change this system. These people, all we need to do is sign a petition saying we want this person out of office. If we pick and say Gavin Newsom didn't sign this bill to lock us down, and now we all bankrupt and we all broke, we don't want him in anymore, we can just sign a petition. But if we think that the system has anything to do with people and color, then we're not playing by the rules of the game. You know what I mean? It's a game. There are rules.
So let's get straight to it. You start the petition. I'll be the first one to sign it, and I'm sure that everybody in AO Nation will sign it. And then I'll get with other YouTube channels and do the same thing. Like, how long would it take to write up the paperwork?
But see, okay, so that'll be very easy, but we got to start somewhere. So, say for example, we started in Alabama. That's why my very first plan that I came up with tonight was we need to create a website or something where it's just like with an NBA game where we got stats. You know, I can easily look at everybody's stats. I want to know what my governor did, what he's voted, or what bills he's passed over the past 4 years. And I want to be able to see it very quickly. I don't want to spend 2 hours trying to study this. I want to just be able to click his name, have it in plain English. He voted on this, this, and this, and this. And then we come together and say, hey, look, this is what our mayor's doing. We're voting them out. And we come together and vote them out or pull them out. But as far as state by state, city by city, but we need that information. Right now, most of us aren't paying attention to politics and we don't have the information. Most of us don't know where our tax money goes. We don't know what our mayor did last month or last week, or our governor. We don't know. So we need to make it very easy for us to understand what's going on, and for us to understand we have to take control of this system. And it's not black, but Americans.
So what we need is a website developer.
Yeah, definitely. I would say a website developer and someone and I can do this part, but just someone to get that information and to organize it in a clean, easy manner where you can go and read. This is exactly what these people voted on, and you know who they are. Is it for every city or for every state? Every city. It's going to be every single. I mean, and that's why it's got to be a nationwide movement. Like the movement I want to start is called Vote Them All Out. We can see over 90% of these people in office have sold us out. Then I see a couple good ones like Rand Paul. He's a good dude. Ben Carson, he's a good dude. But it's just so much corruption. People scared to tell the truth. They scared to stand up. They scared to vote against these policies because Jeffrey Epstein, you know what I mean? You start talking to him, you end up disappeared. So our politicians are scared to stand up. So we have to be the backbone. We have to say, I put you in office. They bribed you. Whatever happened. Now you acting fishy. Now you voting on stuff I don't like. It's my responsibility to get you the hell up out of there. I'm not supposed to, you know what I mean? I'm supposed to figure that out. Like, oh shit, he must have been blackmailed or something. Why the hell would he vote for that? Get him up out of there. So we as the American people have to understand we the only ones who can control our government. And if we don't, there's no other option that I can see as winning. You know, that's the only way for us to fight on a global scale like what we see going on. And see, and before, because that is going to take a lot of work. I'm asking that because I know I got people
who can make a website and shit like that, but that information would be the hard part because you would have to disseminate. But I'm sure somebody's gonna hit me after the show ready to do something. So we're gonna talk. All I needed you to do is say what needed to be done. I'm sure we got somebody in here right now that's ready. Let's get the next video.
Without the U.S. taking its leadership role, as it's done in most global health things, it's been hard to get that together. So that's why I'm hoping the U.S. in its supplemental bill or somehow will step up and lead here, because that's still that's what would really get it, so we get that full 12 billion and we're not financially limited in dosing the world.
So, okay, that one was big right there. And we seen two huge things. One, you know, he just said he's about to dose the world. The whole world has to be vaccinated. You know, that's one more video we'll show where they're talking about the COVID, the vaccination IDs. But the bigger thing that he said was they couldn't even have done this if it wasn't for America putting in the money to buy all, to pre-order all these vaccines. It was us. It was that last stimulus bill that gave them all the money to even do this. And the reason why they were able to pass that bill is because us, the American people, we're not paying attention. We don't know who these Congress members are. We're not watching what they vote on when they, you know, put all this extra stuff in the bill and don't let nobody read it and they just vote on it randomly. We're not looking into it. So he just said it. Hey, we wouldn't even have been able to do this if America wouldn't have gave us the money. The American people not watching, so we took the American people tax money to buy a vaccine that they don't even want. That's because the American people sleep right now. So I understand us as Black people got to wake up for sure, but we don't win if our nation doesn't wake up. And even bigger, the world has to wake up. Like Africa is dying right now. China's taking over Africa. I don't want to go too deep into those things, but Europe is dying right now. Australia, they just took all their weapons. They're dying right now. Hong Kong just got taken over by China. They're dying right now. China just became a dictatorship. Their president's in for life. Russia, Putin, he just became president for life. The world is changing around us. So it's like, are we going to respond, or are we going to just say, hey, we're going to just stand on our own 2 feet until we die? And I'm ready for either one, but I know if we fight, the only way to win is to take back control of this system and use this system.
Let's go to the next video.
The vaccine could be one shot if it is a one-shot vaccine, but most look like they will be 2. So once you're fully immunized, you'd have what's been described as a vaccination card, vaccination passport. You'd take it when you go to do things that you can't currently do. Once those businesses or places reopen, Health Minister Christine Elliott gave some more details yesterday on just how it might work and where those restrictions might lift for you if you can prove you've been vaccinated.
It's going to be really important for people to have for travel purposes, perhaps for work purposes, for going to theaters or cinemas or any other places where people will be in closer physical contact when we get through the worst of the pandemic. So yes, that will be essential for people to have that.
God damn.
Damn, just to go to the movies, man.
Damn.
Netflix and chill, baby.
God damn.
Shit. But you
So
know what? Man, that shit crazy, man. That shit crazy.
So that's why I come at you, brother. I'm like, how do we as men, we can't give up because you got children, you got a family. We can't give up. We can't lay down. That's not even an option. So that's why we hear like, hey, we gotta figure this shit out, man. We gotta use wisdom and understanding to find a victory, even if it ain't one there. We gotta fucking find that shit, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm like, hey, this is the only victory I see. If y'all see something better, I'm with it, but
yeah,
I don't see another way.
And so coming together is because, like I said, I didn't know this. That's my first time seeing this, and that's why this shit is so important. That's why I say we have important people in our community that we don't even fucking know. Your next door neighbor, you might look at him like a lame, but that motherfucker is up on all the news. He's watching everything that's going on, and he can disseminate that information to somebody like Nikki. So now we got our warriors on point. We, like he said, we got to have a brain and muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
be a body.
Definitely. We have to. We got to have people who can move us forward. And the people who are going to move us forward is our tech people. the people that's with us that know how to build shit. So we got warriors, we got thinkers, and we got people that's gonna keep us moving and shit like that. Like, women have a spot in our community. We have to get our shit together. Women are supposed to be nurturers. They have to bring our children up, and we have to stand as men to be an example for the children to see. Like, that shit is crazy as fuck, because when it come down to it, your baby mama, and I'm thinking about it now, like, I'm like, baby mama's probably gonna give into that vaccine shit.
Especially when they start talking about, benefits, and you can't get certain, like WIC or, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, man. A lot of that's gonna take a lot of them out right there. Oh, I can't get my, like, man, it's gonna be a lot of them that give in, man. Especially in the lower income areas.
Yep, all they gotta tell me is, your kids can't go to school till you get them vaccinated. Them motherfuckers gonna run down that bitch. Them motherfuckers don't want to be at home with them kids, Lord Jesus. And it's crazy, dog. I really am so glad that we were able to bring these facts here. And now the question has been proposed. Now that we see some of this stuff, and now I'm so glad we got this shit working the right way now. To where now you can see the videos, and now Bobby can bring so much better information to us. Now that we see, that's crazy. Bobby did that shit. So now that we see what's going on, now we can. Now think on it. Just you didn't heard what Bobby had to say. Now think on it. Carl, I'm gonna give you the last word. We've been here 3 hours. I don't know how Grump gonna title this shit. Y'all be killing Grump with these long shows, man. That's why I tell y'all, goddamn Grump the GOAT at all times. Go ahead, Carl.
Hey, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, what's up, everybody? Peace to Nikki D, peace to Bobby, peace to you, AO. And so I want to just touch on something Bobby talked about at the very beginning of the show when he mentioned propaganda. And it's so important because... Hold
on. Who is this?
It's Donald. With the Revolution Warfare book.
Cause you know what? Oh shit, nigga, damn! I didn't know it was you. Y'all, we have a very special person on the line. I thought you was that nigga who took that damn vaccine. Y'all remember that dude who took the vaccine? I thought that was him, and I wanted to talk to him because motherfuckers are getting cerebral palsy or with some shit in their face from that shit.
I heard that shit. Yeah, boys, motherfucker, left side of their faces collapsing and shit.
Yeah. But this is Donald Davis. This is a author of the Revolution book. He'll tell you the exact name of it, but it has a lot of correlations between the rap trap. It's a lot of things within that book and shit like that. So that's crazy, Donald, that you called in. Tell them the exact name of your book.
Okay, the title is Revolution: An Introduction to the Art and Science of Worldview Warfare. And so basically, worldview warfare is pretty broad, but propaganda is a really important part of it. And the psychological education that all the brothers have been talking about tonight is vital, because it's like that is the starting point. You can't do anything without having an understanding of what you're doing. And so just to give a quick little taste of what we're dealing with when we talk about things like propaganda, propaganda is something that pushes people to action on the surface of what it is. But there's also things that take place through all the time. And I'll give you a couple examples. You got something that's known as sub-propaganda. And this is comprised of conditioned reflexes and myths. So a myth is something that's highly emotive, something that really pushes your buttons, and it's a narrative of how reality could or should be. So when we hear the brothers talking about, you know, if we just come together and if we just do this and that, then we can come together and overthrow white people or something like that. Even though when push comes to shove, you see don't nothing really happen. But these are myths that's out there all the time. People all the time exposed to it. Then you got the condition reflex. This is something that we touch on with the 3 S's.
Donald, hold on. I need to back that up because I didn't understand it. Hold on. So you're saying that what are you saying about the people coming together thing? What are you saying about that now? You're saying that that's
okay.
it.
Okay, so we hear people talking in a way about, okay, if we would only do this, then black people would be better, in a sense that it's something that everybody knows. Like, everybody knows if the gangbangers would stop shooting each other and focus on other things, then the community would be better.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, we never do it. It's because it's not anything there that's really pushing us. But the myth is there because it's important to have that myth if that's all you have. If all you do is talk and you don't make action, that's fine. For the people that's in control and want to dominate, they don't care about people talking. So that's where the myth comes into play, because if you could just get people caught up in this fantasy, then fine, you just leave them there. And then the second part you have is the condition reflex. So that's a certain reaction to certain things or persons that could be taken advantage of. So when we see the brother is doing this or that, and we looking at him like, oh man, look at him, he's just trying to scam. And we don't really know nothing about what's going on. We ain't done no research into this brother ourselves. We just sitting up there listening to some other hater put another brother down. That's a condition reflex. When you get to the point where people don't think deeply and research things for themselves and find out things for themselves, they just react. That's what you want if you're controlling. All right? So these things, these myths and these condition reflexes, we deal with them every day, day in and day out. And what they do is they prepare us for movement. And this is where the second level of propaganda come in. So what happened yesterday with the Capitol is a perfect example of this second level in which people are moved into action. Now, I'm not making a judgment on whether these people were heroes or not. I'm just saying, check this out. So you got two aspects of propaganda that when we think of propaganda, it's either going to cause chaos or it's going to cause unity. In both cases, the ends of what you're going toward are going to be what the people that are putting the propaganda out want. So we see is chaos. That's pretty obvious. Everybody can see it's chaos. Confusion is a byproduct of that. We got that part. Now we come to the second part about unity. People are being unified around different things. You got certain people that are digging in even deeper on, hey, these people were trying to overthrow democracy. You got the other side digging in even deeper. Hey, they stole it, man. They really did. At the end of the day, both sides, if they're not careful, will end up being pulled down the same path. And that's why what Bobby talked about, that's why what the other brother talked about is so important, because you got to have that psychological education at the foundation so that when you're presented with something, you can analyze it for yourself. And you won't get pulled by your emotions and things of that nature, but you can sit back and look at things with understanding. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to drop in and really congratulate these brothers. I'm so proud of this brother from Shreveport, man. That brother made me proud, man. He do.
I appreciate the love, homie. Hey, where can we find your book, man? You got the ebook, Kindle, or Amazon or something? Where can we get your book, bro?
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. If you just go to Amazon and you don't even have to know the whole title. Just type in Worldview Warfare in the book section of Amazon, and you're gonna see my book.
That's what's up, homie. You got an IG page too? You got your Instagram page too, man?
I got a website you can go to as well. It's Olive, like the fruit, Olive, OLIVE, then Informatics, INFORMATICS, all one, no spaces, OliveInformatics.com. And yeah, man, I hope to be dropping in, or AO is gonna have some more info for the people later on. But
y'all are definitely we'll have a quick link to his book everywhere, as y'all can hear and as y'all can see. I'm bringing people to the show that are far wiser and stronger than I am, and I think that's what's supposed to happen. If I have an eye on me, it's my responsibility to bring people who are better than me at different things. I'm just here as the person to bring people, but these are the real, as you just heard, we have shit, we damn near got the whole body right here. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say that, hey yo, like now, my man, like you know, and I get what you're saying. You were saying like these are the real. Now you the real too. You know, you just like shit. This is no different from us going on a CNN platform. You our CNN right now. You see what I'm saying? So like now you the real media. Shit, me and my people the real muscle, and my man Bobby, he's the real intellectuals, and he's the real, yeah. So like now it's all like you said, it is the body, my man. We all the body, bro. So you doing God's work, man. What you doing is a righteous thing, man. And like I say, bro, don't you ever think for 1 minute that you play some small role in this shit, bro. From the rap trap doctrine that you kicking, which is profound. Like I say, I've told you about that, and we're gonna get that clip.
Yeah, definitely.
All of that, bro. So yeah, man, this is the body, man. You see, and that's what, like, to answer my man Bobby's question again. That's the end goal. We need black media outlets like AO kicking that real shit. We need boys that ain't afraid to, when them white boys or whoever, any devils, any enemies, foreign and domestic, come to your town with that bullshit. We need guys that's not just gonna be in rap videos waving guns around. No, we need real brothers that's gonna be ready to stand up and be ready to come down and punch some shit to the floor, or grab them guns and be ready to either kill or be ready to die by something. And we need brothers like Bobby that's gonna do the research and help us break this shit down to where we may not be able to understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he can make it plain for us, bro. So that's the body. That's the end goal right there, Bobby. You know what I'm saying?
We got it. We got it. Now that's how I see it too. We have everything together. That's what I've been saying from the get-go. It's not about me. It's not about Nick. It's not about facts. It's about us. You know what I mean? Together, we have every single piece that we need. So as soon as we get into that mind state where we say we're going to fight to win rather than just fight to be fighting, then we'll start moving towards something. That ain't going to say we're going to get there. That ain't going to say we're going to win. I can't, this ain't no fairy tale. This ain't no
we're going to lose some. No, we're not going to win every battle, my man. We're going to lose some. Yeah, we're going to lose some, man.
In the right direction.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, shout out to that boy Anthony Nash. I meant to send it before the show ended, but I guess anytime is a good time. Big Homes, on your Patreon, you probably know me. Shout out to that boy Lunch Size, showing love. Y'all know how we do it every Thursday. We in here politicking with Bobby. I really want to let y'all mind sit on the information that you got. Bobby is always in the comments. Nikki will be in the comment section looking. So if you're watching this on the playback, Speak your mind. I want to find the people who are ready to do the work. As you heard what Bobby said, I ain't even got to repeat it. I know that the person that was supposed to catch that and supposed to go to work is going to hit Bobby up on his Instagram. You spell his name the way it is on the screen. Nikki D, as he told you earlier, Sleep is for the Rich. Gun Club. Nikki, is there anything else you got going on that you need the people to know about?
Well, like I said, man, you know, whatever city or town you in, man, you know, like I said, I feel like we represent the you know, the defensive side of things, man. So my whole thing since God has given me a platform on this activism side, I guess you would say, is just letting all my black people around the world know, man, y'all, please, if you have the means to, if you don't have any felonies, man, y'all go get your guns up, you know, start going to your nearest gun range, man. If you don't know where to purchase guns at, you know, if you know anything about pawn shops in the hood, those are pretty much makeshift gun shops. You know what I'm saying? Go, you know what I'm saying? Go to your local pawn shops, go to your local gun ranges, you know, get your concealed carry permits, man. If you have any questions about who may be teaching concealed carry classes in your area, you can reach out to me and I can, you know, and if I don't know, I can reach out to some other brothers who I may know that can probably point you in the right direction. But definitely y'all try to get y'all concealed carry permits before shit gets too crazy and they start outlawing a lot of shit. Get your concealed carry permits, get licensed to carry. If you're able to, start getting in contact with some attorneys if you got any felonies to see if y'all can get some of those felonies, you know, cleared off your record, you know, so you can get your gun rights back. Because like I said, man, you know, things are you know, if you know about history, sometimes things get worse before they get better. So, you know, I want y'all boys to be able to protect yourselves and your families. And by all means, man, you know, just start speaking up. You know, if you see, and always pray about it. But, you know, when you see people standing up like myself, Grandmaster Jay, and Bobby and Ayo, y'all please support these independent outlets, these independent gun clubs, these independent thinkers, man, because like I said, we are the body. We are our own saviors sometimes, man. You know, and then, you know, of course, sleepersfortherich.com if y'all want to purchase any of the gun club merch. And please, y'all go and support the Grandmaster Jay GoFundMe, his legal defense fund. Like I said, he put together one of the largest black militias in the world, you know, and that's why they doing what they doing, because it put a lot of fear in their heart. So we don't want to see one of our leaders go down on a flim flam. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's try on a flim flam, ma'am. So let's try to help the brother get his legal defenses paid for. And man, y'all just protect yourselves, protect your family. And I love all my people, man, even the ones that's with that bullshit, because I know, you know, it's just, poison. Your mind is poison, man. Your mind is poison. But, you know, I know we're going to be all right.
That's right. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Y'all know what to do, man. Support the show. Y'all going to be hearing a lot from Donald Davis. As you can see, this is a real scientist. I told y'all that's how we do it. Appreciate everybody for coming through. We'll see y'all in a minute. Love.
Wow.